Scotty H.
Yo, what's up, DJ?
Cooking machine. How you liking first base, man?
It's coming along, picking it up. You know, tough transition, but I'm starting to feel better with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your biggest fear?
The baseball being hit in my general direction.
That's funny. Seriously, what is it?
No, seriously, that is.
Coming to you live. This is a Clearly Confused podcast. Featuring Steve, Eric, Brandon, and Shayna. And now, your host, JT.
I like this one.
Don't get a life. I'm living my best life, living my best life. So come and get a life.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is your host, JT. It is 4:01 p.m. That could be my shortest intro of the season.
Wow.
A minute 11. There's a lot of work to go into that minute 11. We are live. There's somebody's speakers are on, so it's echoing. It's probably Nick's. As you notice, it's me and two faces you recognize, but they're not our normal people. There's no Brandon because he's late as always. There's no Shayna. There's no Nick. There's no Steve.
There's no Nick.
There's no Eric.
Nick. No Nick. Not here.
Now there is because he muted his speakers. There's no Eric. I'm thinking 19 steps ahead. I got
I'm here.
Got that.
I got Randy.
Got Randy.
And Brandon's calling me, so you want to go down and get him?
Yeah, I'll go get him.
All right, so see, there is no Nick. He will be back.
No Nick.
I'm just going to send him a little texty text and say, we're in the middle of a show.
We're in him legit.
Middle of the show. You're interrupting, but Nick is on his way down.
But Nick is coming.
No, Nick is on his way down.
Help is on the way.
He's not coming.
He's not coming. Not currently. Maybe he is.
I don't want
He
to know.
gets excited when Brandon
I
gets
don't
here.
want to know. But today, being the 29th of May, the year 2022, I didn't look any of that stuff up. Do it on the fly.
Right.
Be like that. Go to
Because that's what happens with the Google machine.
National Day calendar, the year 2022. Then we'll go to calendar to glance. So I'm just going to walk everybody through this. And then I go to today. You can
This is
see
actually good.
Yeah, it's like
I've
a
never done this.
DIY.
Okay.
Start. Then we go to today's list of national days, and it sends me to another
Another page.
And there's only two. It's a National 529 Day. As you don't know, that is the form you can invest into your kid's college education in.
Oh,
You can only put X amount of dollars per kid and X amount per year and X amount per month. I
Bad.
did learn that from when I worked at Edward Jones.
bad parent.
Winner.
I had no idea what
National
that is.
something I can't pronounce day. COQ space AU space VIN.
Cocaine.
Cocaine Day.
Yeah, it's a food.
I tell you,
It's
is
a
it?
very, very good French food.
I've gotta
I
say,
don't remember exactly what's in it, but it's cocoa bean.
Unless it's
It's kind of like a stew.
unless it's Cajun.
Yeah, I get you. I feel that.
Yeah,
I can get down with that.
jambalaya or
Had that on Friday.
gumbo.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thursday had jambalaya.
Nice.
Really, really good.
And then lastly, it's National Paperclip Day.
Yes.
So
The
there's
most useful office tool that is never available.
the most used.
Never
maybe
available.
maybe next to a pen.
You got a paperclip?
Oh, you were like,
It's like the kid in class,
Right.
me, that always asks for a pencil. You got a pencil?
yeah. Whoa.
You got a paperclip?
Hey, we're pre-gaming. with a little
Adulting.
Bud Light. There we go.
Breakfast
So
of champions.
today in history, we'll start with sports because why not? That's what we always do.
Sports.
Today in sports, Red Sox beat the Orioles 12-2.
Wow.
Suckers.
Wow.
Speaking of which, when I was golfing Friday, I met a guy that was a detective here in Wichita. And then when he retired from there, he became a scout for the Red Sox.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
and then a scout for the Orioles.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you told me that story on Thursday
It's
or
funny
on
that
Friday.
they played each other.
That is crazy.
Yeah, funny they played
That's
each other
crazy.
today and one beat the other one's ass. So let's see. Today in sports history, 1916, the New York Giants win their 17th consecutive road game.
Wow.
Apparently, that's a big number.
That's a big number.
Oh,
It
hey,
is a big number.
Brandon.
You made it.
What's going on? Let's see. Also today in history, 1922, the U.S. Supreme Court rules that baseball is a sport and not a business. Thus, they are not subject to antitrust rules.
That's
Whoa.
true and false because I don't agree with all of that.
Right. Which
I don't agree with it, so it's false in that part. The other part, I do agree with it. So
good
it's
thing we
real.
live in we live in the world of
You know what? I
opinions.
agree with that.
I do 100%.
Yeah, good thing we live in the world of opinions and not facts.
Right.
So, let's see. 1957, New York City Mayor Robert Wagner says he plans to confer with the Giants and the Dodgers about the proposed move to the West Coast. Fast forward to now, and we know how well that worked out for them.
Good
They were
conversation.
both on the West Coast.
Went really well.
So let's see. 1971, IndyCar racer Al Unser Sr. becomes the first and only driver to win the Indy 500 on his birthday. He led the final 83 laps.
What year?
Lord.
71.
71.
Oh,
You were like 12.
I was -4.
Close.
Close.
Okay, 1977, Al Unser Jr. becomes the first driver to win the Indy 500 4 times, driving the last car or the last car to win that was built entirely in the United States. Anybody?
Woo! Anybody know what
Just
race
right
ran
there.
today?
You guys changing seats or?
No, he wants a beverage.
Whoa! Hey! Whoa! Whoa!
Hey, there's a little beverage.
That's the first beer on the show, and you're already knocking stuff.
Yeah,
over?
yeah, this is gonna be a
It's
good
not,
Calm
show.
your,
down.
it's not your first beer.
As soon as
Yes,
Brandon
take
walked
that
in, I knew tonight was gonna be a good night.
It's gonna be an amazing night.
100%.
So much
100%.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you haven't met Brandon,
Hell
he's
yeah.
a bundle of fun. Let's see. Also in that race, the first woman to drive in an IndyCar event happened. I don't remember her name because I didn't write it down, but she
Danica
left.
Patrick.
Sexist.
No,
No,
it was-
1977. She
yeah,
wasn't born
70.
yet.
I
But
was close.
She lasted all of 31 laps.
Huh.
Didn't say why.
I
Didn't say if
believe.
she got into a wreck or her car had, catastrophic failure.
Yeah, I believe she crashed. I cannot remember her name though, for the life of me. But it was why the Danica thing was so funny to me. I was like, oh look, they're doing this again. Like we're super happy
No,
again.
it's the same thing.
It's
Only
like look
different.
again,
No, it's
and
not
it's
different.
like it was the same.
Fast forward 10 years, 1987, Robin Ventura sets the NCAA record by hitting in his 57th consecutive game.
Nope.
I believe it was over 2 seasons, though. I
Oh, God,
remember. It
God.
wasn't in the same.
Robin
season.
Ventura?
Yeah, the only guy to ever get 6 hits off of Nolan Ryan in the same game.
No, Nolan Ryan got 6 hits on him.
Well, he got at least 6 in, but I mean, Robin did touch him up a little bit. From
Did
the,
he?
From the box.
He did.
From the box. Once he left the box, whole different story.
No, that was
in the
punches.
box,
It was,
yeah.
He was correct. And,
Yeah,
Nick
he
was
did, yeah.
absolutely correct.
He took it.
You wait on me to. No, you're still not in yet. So.
How old Nolan Ryan was and still just roughed him up.
Oh, he's in his
Dude,
mid to late 40s and
Yeah.
just teed off on
he
him.
wrestles cows.
Still,
Wrestles.
he also
Whatever.
has the record for the fastest first pitch in a game,
Oh wow.
87 miles an hour. He threw that when he was in his 60s.
87 was his
87.
first pitch.
In his 60s.
Well, no,
Wow.
it was throwing out the ceremonial
Oh yeah,
first pitch.
first pitch.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. He
What?
wasn't Satchel Paige in it. He was throwing out the
This-
inaugural first pitch, and he dodged.
But he
the
still wasn't
catcher
messing
with 87.
around.
No.
That is.
He said he probably could have hit 90 if he wanted to.
I'm sure he could.
Well, he hit
Yeah.
87.
Yeah.
So it's like a little bit more. I'm 91.
Everybody's like,
and you know those guys who
Jesus.
catch the first pitch, they don't like put the gear on.
Right.
Plot
Like-
twist.
oh,
that was
yeah.
underhanded.
so weird.
It
But he
was amazing.
dotted him. Okay, the next two go hand in hand simply because of how close they were to happen and the number of the stat. So 1990, Ricky Henderson steals his 893rd career base, breaking Ty Cobb's record.
Such a
1990.
big number.
On the same day, 2 years later, Tim Raines steals his 700th career base. So the 80s, they were just
They were
swiping
swiping
bases.
bags. Yeah, they were taking
I mean,
bags.
Those catchers sucked.
Yeah, something was amiss.
Something, man. But I mean, 893 and 700 and tweet.
But if you think about it, like the game really kind of changed in the 80s too, and it turned into a speed game.
Sure.
More of a speed
There you go. Now I can
game
hear
than it
myself
had
a little bit.
before, you know? So I get that. Like they were getting torched by dudes that fly.
Right. And they're like,
So anyways.
"God, we got to throw these guys out.
Right, we got to figure this thing out. So
And
we're
they
gonna
got
need
Pudge.
our catcher's gonna need to get in a little better shape.
It's like me after a long night of drinking. Let's see. We know nothing about Cricket File. 1980. It's the first time in like 3 shows.
Wow.
It's the first one Brandon's been here in 3 shows as
Hey,
well.
it's the same one for me.
History was waiting on Brandon. I'm going to say his name is pronounced Graham.
Sure.
Graeme.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
that's Graham.
Americanize it. It's fine.
Graham. Well,
Graham.
last name was Hick.
Yeah.
So he's
It's already been bad.
British, Australian, South African.
Eh.
How about that American? Like Graham.
That's
the
just
Hick.
what we are. Not
Just
what
get
we
on
are.
with it.
Scores his 1,000th run of first-class cricket season. It's in a season he scored 1,000 runs.
Was on a plane? It's first class?
I guess. What was the name of the file? We know nothing about
Nothing,
cricket.
nothing.
Ah, so
1,000 runs.
1,000.
a first-class cricket season.
My
Yeah.
ass hasn't run 1,000
One
times
season.
ever.
What you want
No,
to know
you're
how
good.
impressive that is? Nobody fucking cares.
Now you can throw.
Now we get to a quarter.
God.
He saw you reach for it and went, oh, I got you.
I got you. I got you.
We care. We just don't want to know more.
How did a dime make it in there? Good try.
I mean,
Good try.
Yeah, way to go.
Somebody catch yourself.
Events in history: 1861. 1861.
So the last one was a little
You're
fuzzy. Could
fine.
you say it again?
I didn't see the hand sign of stop.
My bad.
breaks.
Try this again. 1861. The Hong Kong General Chamber of Commerce was founded in. Oh, why that was so funny.
I don't know. Was
Hong
The
Go
funny-
ahead.
The funny part is that it actually says it was founded in Hong Kong.
Couldn't
Right?
imagine.
Crazy.
Where else would they found it? Anyway,
Bangkok.
Ooh,
Constantinople.
right.
Constantinople. Let's see. Moving forward, 1886, the pharmacist John Pemberton places his first advertisement for a little-known product in the Atlanta Journal. Does anybody know?
Pepto-Bismol.
No.
Oh,
Dr.
close.
Pepper.
Close.
Aspirin.
Farther away,
Root beer.
Coca-Cola.
Ah, so close.
But it was
Knew it had to do with drugs.
pharmacist John Pemberton because it was an actual
I mean, yeah,
It's
you
an
put,
actual medicine.
stomach remedy.
yeah, you put cocaine in.
Right.
Which
But-
I am all for Elon Musk buying Coke and putting cocaine back in it.
I don't think that's real.
I think that's a good thing,
It's-
though.
it's
a good
only
thing
in
for
Oregon.
Society.
But it's like you,
It's
like
the only
you
place
can
to be
get
legal.
kid-
I mean, no shit.
like you can get kids hopped up anymore.
Wow, I did it again.
Look at that. You hit all
I
the
don't even
edges.
know it.
Proud of you.
It's not my first time
That would be your first time, actually.
hitting all the edges.
Yes.
I just been throwing it out.
Just beat the sides up. Just beat the sides up.
I know. Remember the boom?
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Uh,
Moving ahead, 1953, Edmund Hillary and his Sherpa Tenzing Norgay become the first to reach the summit of
Kilimanjaro.
yeah, man. She's 3, you sicko.
Short hike.
It's your aunt.
Well,
Short hike. Oh my God, leave. Out. Go. 1953, it was Mount Everest.
Oh.
It was also Tenzing Norgay's 39th birthday.
that's a weird thing to do on your birthday. Just risk
Climb
your
the
life
highest
for
mountain ever.
yeah, risk your life for a couple weeks. No big deal.
Yeah, because there's a definitely really high percentage of chance you die on that trek.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Most of the percentages are
And
Or
I've,
death.
lived, I've lived most of my life trying not to die on my birthday. So we're gonna go
my
there.
mouth was open when it was in his voice. Let's see. Birth of this date, 1903. The man, the myth, the legend, actor, entertainer. I think he was a producer. I don't know. Bob Hope.
Oh, yes.
I love Bob.
1914. The aforementioned Sherpa Tenzing Norgay.
Stuff.
No.
No.
Only knew him because you mentioned him. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
1917. The 35th POTUS. John F. Kennedy.
Oh, yes.
Born on this date. Nick's like, oh yes, I do him well.
Yep. It was kind of a big
I knew
deal.
that name.
He,
Yeah.
he probably has them tatted somewhere on his body.
Yeah, it's a picture.
Just remember back and to the left.
Do you want to see, Brandon?
Left cheek.
Pass.
Yeah.
Pass.
It's right next to Roy Orbison. So, 1939, the aforementioned IndyCar driver Al Unser Sr. Moving on. 1953, Danny Elfman. He's famous.
Is that the guy that does?
He did
The music?
yeah, he did the music
Yeah,
for
for-
Nightmare Before Christmas.
He does
He's-
a lot of
he's
music.
famous
Yeah.
for multiple reasons. Let me find him again.
It's like a lot
He does a lot of music for movies.
of reasons.
That's the first one, the big one. What year did I say? 19 what?
Like we were listening.
Clearly. Well, that's death, so that's why. He wasn't dead
Oops.
then. I'm looking at when he was born. God, this is riveting.
Danny
This is
Elfman.
good radio.
Yeah, Danny Elfman. He was a producer, music producer, known for writing the scores of the original Batman,
Mhm.
Edward
Oh, wow.
Scissorhands, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Alice in Wonderland, and Dumbo. Sam Raimi's Darkman, Simple Plan, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, and Oz the Great and Powerful, and most recently, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Did not know that.
And then he wrote
Didn't know
Gus
that
Van
either.
Zant's Academy Award-winning Good Will Hunting score and Milk.
Nice.
Also,
Guy's amazing.
He's done stuff.
Yeah.
also
Big stuff.
Men in Black, 50 Shades of Grey,
Ooh.
song scores for The Nightmare Before Christmas, and theme songs for Desperate Housewives and The Simpsons.
I won an award for making sex sounds.
Yeah,
Because that's the whole
got-
freaking soundtrack. to
Got
that
an award
movie.
for making sex sound
smacking this. It's
classic.
that for 2.5 hours. It's either a
2.5.
belt or it's a body. One of the two. That is
But
about the depth
before
of that movie.
any of that happened, his friend was dying over there.
Because I'm imagining the only possible way to make that sound. And it's not pretty. It's very
It's not,
descriptive.
it's not.
And I'm going to
Very.
pass.
Very.
His first claim to fame, how he rose to prominence, lead singer and main songwriter for the band Oingo Boingo.
Oh yes, I've
So,
heard of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big in the
I've heard of them.
80s, early 80s at that. Brandon's like, I wasn't born
No. I was, but I don't
I knew-
remember
You don't know
any of
them?
their music. I know them. I know of them.
I couldn't tell you
but
a
I
single song
wasn't-
by them, but it's like, oh hell yeah, I know Oingo Boingo.
No, I've heard of them.
That's about right.
This is where I
Fair.
lived. I lived here.
Metallica.
I was not listening to no Oingo Boingo. I was like trying to beat dudes up that wore Oingo Boingo shirts.
Unplugged.
I was that guy.
Let's see, moving ahead, 1956, the only Jackson that is popular not because of music, Latoya Jackson.
Toya,
Only
yeah.
reason because she posed in Playboy.
And she likes big snakes.
Huge anacondas.
Big snakes.
Just remember,
Brandon's
My
again looking at
anaconda
us like,
don't.
what?
could not have been
That
any
was,
better timing.
that was one of the first really super
I was going to say
memorable-
something, but Brandon was taking a drink. So.
Thanks for that. Go
That's one
ahead.
of the first hard-ons that Randy got.
No, that was one of the first
Randy's first
memorable
shard-on.
Playboy things because of the snake. I was like,
Right, that's
Oh,
what I'd
that's
say too.
fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
because of the
and then all of a sudden she was a mate, like all the rest of her was amazing too.
What was that one for?
I don't know. I
The
missed that
thoughts going through his head, maybe?
Good. All that.
I
Mental
did.
censorship.
No, I said it. You just didn't catch it
That's fine.
Fair.
because I could throw it in like a
He
comma.
mumbles. Yeah.
No,
It's like
we
a
all missed
comma.
it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, you didn't see my car because I didn't drive it.
Yeah, I know. I was. I got up there and I was like, "Oh God, I'm at the wrong place." Oh no!
Moving ahead, 1967, we were given Noel Gallagher.
Today was gonna be the day, but
Album
they'll
was
never
the
throw
only
it
good
back
thing
to
for him
you.
and his brother.
By now, you should have
but wasn't it
somehow
really
realized what you did.
Nick goes all Britpop on that one. Calm down, One Direction. Jesus.
Yeah, same thing.
They were really entertaining.
They
with
were
as
because
much
they
as
fought all the-
Yeah.
When they did
That
the
was it.
Unplugged, and I don't know if
That
it was
was
Liam
great.
or Noel that sat up in the balcony because he didn't want to be a part of it, and they just
Right.
heckled the entire band.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, it was fantastic. He
I
was
mean,
he was McHammered.
they literally
Yeah.
like took what the Black Crows were working on as far as like brotherly love in a band and really like blew it way out of the water. I was like, wow, you guys are amazing. You're just gonna fight on stage
We'll go with
with one
Blossom.
another. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, let's go. Just get your popcorn
And your
ready.
music still sucks.
Yes, that one of them was okay.
One of them.
Yeah.
One of them.
They were not a one-hit wonder, though.
It's kind of a one-hit wonder.
No,
One album wonder.
It
Yeah.
was a Wonderwall.
It was a wonder.
It's Wonderwall.
Let's see. Lastly, 1999 from the Brandon DePriest News Network.
Oh God.
South
K-pop.
Korean singer and actor Park Ji-hoon. Or Ji-hoon. Or how's it pronounced, Brandon?
I can't see it.
I'm not reading the page.
J-I
We don't have it here.
hyphen hoon. Hoon.
Probably Ji-hoon.
See, he knows. That's why it's his news.
Because I'm a nerd and I watch anime, not because I actually listen to
He
K-pop.
watches. Well, he's an actor too. So
Is he?
Brandon's so annoyed with me. Let's see. Moving ahead to the in memoriam segment. Deaths from the Fun to Save file. 1960. Dutch mathematician and academic Frans van Schooten.
Franz van Schooten.
Van Schooten.
So, what have you been up to over holiday? Von Scooten.
Calm down.
Nice.
It's a bomb.
It's a bomb.
Look at the chopper.
Get to the chopper now.
Grab my hand.
It's not the tumor.
We do this every time.
That's
It's
awesome.
a minute. It's a minute and a half of some of the worst
Might have
Arnold
made it.
Schwarzenegger impressions.
That's the best part I've got.
It's the face from Total Recall when they're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
let's see, 1847. There's no oxygen.
Yeah. I mean,
1847, also from the Fun to Save file, French General Emmanuel de Grouchy.
Jesus Christ.
There's no other way to say it. It's Grouchy. Also
Yeah,
known
but-
as Marquis de Grouchy.
Grouchy.
De Grouchy. 1997. This one can be from the Randy Robinson News Network.
Oh boy.
Musician and guitar player extraordinaire Jeff Buckley.
Okay.
It's not really fun.
And lastly,
Buckley.
2010, we lost. Whoa, where'd the little pointer go? There it is. The man, the myth, the legend. Probably better known for some of his movies, but I loved him in his Nike commercials. Did his office.
You don't even want to know about Barry Sanders, man. He does things on the field that just makes your eyes go all crazy. I mean, one time I saw him run right through people like a cannonball loose inside a pinball machine. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah. And then Barry did this move. Sometimes I still see it when I sleep. And I don't sleep that much.
Loved that series of commercials. You know,
Yeah,
Dennis Hopper's
those
the
were
referee that's like trying to tell you secrets, and like he picks up Bruce Smith's shoe, and he's like, you know what Bruce Smith does? Bad things, man.
Bad
Bad
things,
They show a
man.
bunch of highlights at the very end. He goes, you know what Bruce would do if he saw me holding his shoe? Bad things, man. So good.
Bad thing.
I couldn't pick a favorite, so I went with Barry Sanders for the local flavor.
Oh, yeah.
But
makes sense.
the
I didn't
first-
know he died.
Oh yeah, 2010 at that. I mean, he's probably better known for like Easy Rider or
Well, clearly I'm like 12 years
Clearly.
behind.
yeah, clearly. But like Easy Rider
It's okay.
and Hoosiers and the bad guy in Speed.
Oh,
None of us
yeah.
didn't have a thumb because he got blown off. So he's holding on to the thing. He's like, no,
Yeah.
he doesn't have a thumb.
I know, and
You
it's
got
hard not
buttons.
to.
It's hard to hit a button when you're holding it with the hand.
Yeah, but way more
So-
about the.
Yeah. Oh, good lord. Anyway, so that's all I got.
That was good. You don't have paper to
Just dying from the sounds that you guys make pressing buttons.
You tried doing it without a thumb. Yeah, but in the middle.
Silence.
Imagine trying to use your cell phone without a thumb.
Dude, I'm just trying to hold it.
Hey Siri.
It's hard enough with it.
Crap, turn around.
balls pretty hard.
Wait for it.
I'm guessing that's the drugs.
It's the drugs.
So there's that.
There's that.
That's usually why that happens.
Sure, drugs.
Wow, subtle hints. Step on.
Well, all right
I'm
then.
so subtle.
Well, this is awkward.
I don't think it's awkward at all.
Sure. I
I mean,
mean,
just one.
yeah, pick one.
Oh, okay. Well,
There is.
then as we run out, pick another.
Let me clear my liver up a little bit. I don't know where it is.
It's definitely not in your titties.
It's
I feel like I see it.
inoperable, but
Oh god,
thank you.
Oh, God.
this brings back nightmares.
We're waiting until he puts. Yeah, because it's the same brewing company. Once he puts on the headphones, go.
Son of a bitch! Give me a drink!
Well, I am gonna need something to kill time before my second beer. How about a first one?
Pretty good.
This week's first beer of the week brought to us by Nick.
Yes, from Boulevard Brewing Company, we got Dream Vision.
I'm
which
not,
is-
I didn't mean to flip off the camera. I was trying
Yeah,
to
you
read
did.
the label.
It's an orange vanilla ale.
Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
love how he goes all strip club DJ voice every time
Oh,
he
you
gets on the
love that.
microphone.
We got Dream Vision coming at you.
Oh, good lord.
That was involuntary. That tastes like vomit.
I like it.
Nick's chugging
Nick, for you got to taste it. Like
No, you don't.
good, solid.
The look on your face said
Pretty
otherwise.
average.
Look on Brandon's face said a completely different story.
God,
Smells like
so
Well,
bad.
he just finished that Motorhead IPA.
yeah.
That might be why. Honestly,
It
I
really
hope
does-
that's it.
It smells like vomit.
It
I'm sorry, protein
So-
spills.
So funny
That's-
yeah,
story.
it's not as good as what I was hoping, but it's not bad.
It's not
Well,
bad.
it's not bad. It tastes like a flat orange soda.
So funny
Yeah.
story.
not bad.
After a terrible breakup, I decided to down what I thought was peach vodka. Ended up it was orange cream vodka. Took the whole bottle. All I knew was the next thing I knew, I woke up and it was time for work. And I got up and I left for the day. And on my route that I was driving, because I was a delivery driver at the time, I look over at my arm and I'm like, what's that freaking smell? What the? That's vomit. That is
Oh.
orange cream vomit. And that's what this tastes like.
So you did
Oh.
not shower before you went to
Oh.
work.
I
You just
woke
got
up-
and went.
I woke up with 5 minutes to get to work and went, well, I'm dressed.
I'm dressed.
Tastes like bad memories.
Yeah, I'm like,
What's
did you hear that?
I could have planned that if I wanted to.
Ding ding.
Oh,
It's
Where-
terrible.
where are we?
You can definitely taste some orange and vanilla in there. But
You
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not awful.
No,
pretty
I mean,
good.
I'll drink this without making a weird face like Brandon did. But I don't have the memory that he does either.
Yep.
no,
It's the defensive taste buds kicking
Yeah.
in like,
Right.
you don't want it. You don't want it.
The Bud Light trying to fight its way out, though.
Yeah.
They're not agreeing right now.
no.
Oh.
I don't think I'd buy that again.
Again, you didn't.
Again would be
No, I
Ever.
was saying, Nick, I don't think I'd buy that again.
he's telling you.
But
It's
if you
cautionary
see it at a
tale.
party, drink it again. Like maybe. That's like where it falls in the scale. Would you go and buy
Like
that?
No,
if it was
no.
in a cooler, you'd be like,
It was
oh
in a
shit,
cooler.
all
If
right.
Alright,
I wanted to go
I'll
for like
do
an
that.
orange and vanilla flavor, I would definitely go for like the mixed cocktail, not
yeah,
a beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you guys had the Bud Hard Colas.
Yeah,
And
Those
you
are
liked
good.
Those
the
are
orange
really
one,
good.
And
They
you
were.
like the orange one,
Well,
and I want
Yes.
that now.
It's like I told Nick, those are dangerously good
Oh yeah.
They are.
That's what I want.
because they literally taste
Yeah.
like he said, and we have a group text from a few of us. It literally tastes like Sunkissed.
It
Yeah.
does.
I
I'm
mean,
down
and
with that.
that's
I am
scary because they're
absolutely
like
down with that.
5.5%.
So I got adventurous one night.
Uh-oh.
My go-to is rum and coke. I had rum, Bud Light Hard. So I made a rum and coke with that. It actually turned out
No
pretty well.
Really?
Yeah, it was a little alcohol-y, but I mean, yeah, it makes
So be
sense.
it. So be
It's two alcohols mixed together, but
it.
yeah, you just chew it a little bit. It's fine. You fight with
like
it.
a dog with a rabbit. Fight it down.
I
Speaking,
like how when we go, our headphones just go.
speaking of fighting things down,
And here we go.
Yes.
All right, so this week we had movies.
you had movies. I saw a couple of good movies.
Yeah. I in the time that I've been on the show since last, I saw a couple of good movies. None
Sure.
of them were these. So
Fair.
So I I honestly just took it in the order that I had it in my notes. Mad Max Beyond
Took it in
Thunderdome.
something.
Yeah. All
think
right.
that was mine.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome was JT. Cloak
Yeah.
and Dagger was Steve, and Judgment Night was Nick. Nick.
I forgot we were all.
Terrible. Yeah. So Mad Max Beyond the
Thunderdome was not terrible.
That's what I was like.
It was
you listed
all right.
Thunderdome, and I was they're terrible.
And
Terrible?
it's just because today I watched Cloak and Dagger and Judgment Night.
Good idea.
So Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, you guys are right. It honestly wasn't that as bad as I expected it. Any means
Terrible.
Right.
Notice I didn't say it was fantastic.
No.
I said it wasn't terrible.
Right. No, it wasn't nearly
It
as
had
bad.
Tina Turner and Mel Gibson for crying out loud.
I was shocked at as much as was put into it, I guess I should say.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Sure.
It's Thunderdome's motto.
That's
it
the
is.
rules.
It is. That's the rules.
of
Master
Thunderdome.
Blaster.
Yeah.
I'm just doing the whole thing for you.
And the-
Just by what comes to my
Relive it.
brain.
Relive
You
it.
know what? You talk.
You talk.
That'd be great.
You go.
Thanks
All
for
right,
that.
you
It's your segment.
Your turn.
It's like a
Is
group,
it?
It's like a group
Is
project.
it?
They're doing all the work for him, but he gets the grade.
Let's just slap Brandon's name on it and then talk over him the whole time so he fails. It's
Perfect.
fine.
Nothing different than normal.
All right, go for it. You got this.
No, I haven't seen it in a while. You talk.
It's been like 3 weeks since I've seen it. It's fine.
Sooner than I have.
I'm just hoping I don't come in last this week.
Judgment Night?
Yeah, you're gonna come in last.
Shut up, Randy.
I'm just saying.
Shut up, Brady. How about you pick a
Just
movie?
saying.
Oh, he will.
I will.
Oh, he will.
I will.
Oh, God. All right.
So
be-
Mad
it's gonna
Max
be
Beyond
awful.
Thunderdome.
Yep.
I mean, if you know anything about Mad Max, it's essentially that. It's post-apocalyptic.
Australia at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's everything that you'd think a steampunk post-apocalyptic world would be.
Isn't Thunderdome like the third in the series?
I think
It's the
so.
second.
Is it the
I
second?
think it's the
Because-
second
It wasn't
or-
the
second
first.
or third.
No,
It's
'cause the
definitely
Road
not the
Warrior-
first. Road Warrior.
That's what it was.
Is
Yeah.
the
And
first
that was
one.
a very like that is
a weird movie.
It is hard to watch.
So weird.
Like when you see that's why I think Thunderdome's second. When you see Thunderdome, you're like, oh, well, this could have been a really good franchise, but I don't know what the hell they were doing.
Because he's playing a cop
right.
in
It's
a
like the beginning of
post-apocalyptic
the-
world.
right.
So that's
and
not going
he
to fly.
drives this
No.
basically, and it's not a gremlin. I don't know what the hell he's
It's
driving.
garbage. He
It's-
drives the garbage around.
Yeah, and it's
So is this supposed to be in
Weird.
continuance or
yes,
just
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
furthering
This
the
is-
level
yeah.
of apocalyptic happenings that's
Yeah.
going on.
Okay, well, the way that it seemed when they introduced it, he almost seemed cop-ish. So I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if it was the
Yeah.
same character
Yeah,
or
it's the same character.
Okay,
Yeah,
alright.
it's Mad Max.
okay.
It's a
Well-
video game, isn't it?
Yeah.
No.
Or was it?
They
not
tried
a
to-
very good one. from
Right.
back in
Yeah.
the
They
80s.
tried to make
Yeah.
a video game out of it after one of the more recent
Yeah.
movies, and it was all right, I guess.
It's easy to do now. It's like
Yeah.
just replicate everything else.
Like,
that's out
hey,
there.
just make what happened in the movie happen.
Right.
And
Exactly.
yeah, do
Right.
that. Push some buttons. It's fine.
Good push.
Push
Thank
button.
you. Thank you.
Type.
Uh-oh. All right.
Bless you.
Good Lord, I got headphones on.
Yeah, I think you got some of that on too.
So, anyways,
I'm trying to get us played over the overhead at the hospital in Independence right now.
Oh,
I don't think it's gonna work, but by God, I'm
Let's do that.
trying.
Let's do that.
was post-apocalyptic Australia. So Mo Gibson, he rolls up to this trading town because he got robbed, more or less, and turns out that the Thunderdome is the way that they set laws there.
Right.
And so, as Justin alluded to,
Two men
enter, 1 man leaves. And so there's a bunch of backstory that it's not really worth telling unless
It's
you're
not.
planning to watch the movie.
Yeah,
And
But
if you haven't
essentially,
by now, you're Brandon's age. So.
Yeah.
yeah,
so
absolutely.
anyway, you're not. Yeah. So
Wow. The dick moved to priest.
and so he eventually gets to the point where they're trying to overthrow and double cross a bunch of things. He enters there with a just massive human being with this,
Master Blaster.
Master Blaster. Yep.
his name was Blaster.
Right.
'Cause
And-
Master was
'cause
up on the
it was
road.
Right.
yeah,
well, it
Master
was the little person
the
was
little
Master.
person was
Yes,
Master,
and the
yeah.
way he talked was infuriating,
Right. And together they're Master Blaster.
which was
Yep.
just a sperm joke away from being
Sure.
all that it was
oh,
set up to be.
absolutely. Have you not seen movies from the 80s? That's almost
I mean,
are.
honestly.
Just
all of
one good line away from a dick joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I wasn't the only one. So anyhow,
I'm just
So
glad
anyway,
you caught on.
yeah.
You're a smart guy.
This like 6'5" guy named Blaster, giggity, who had a fish tank on his head. Basically just he kills a bunch of people for fun. And
everybody cheers.
Yeah, and
Everybody.
he ends up in the Thunderdome with Mel Gibson on wires that you can actually see as they're bungeeing around the dome, grabbing weapons, trying to kill each other.
They have spikes hanging from the inside of the dome. They've got chainsaws. They've got bats, axes.
Yeah.
All kinds of just brutal bludgeoning weapons.
They set things up in different parts of the
Yeah.
dome. You have to like slingshot yourself up to get it.
Right.
And, yeah.
If you're the guy that's building that set, and
Yeah.
you're thinking, hey, I know I'm gonna need wires. How do I hide them? Well, I just show everybody.
You don't hide them.
I don't hide them at all. I tell you,
I
it's
show them to
it's a
everyone.
plot
It's
thing,
great.
and it's amazing because some of the death moves with those. Oh, it's great.
It's fantastic.
Really good.
Yeah, it would have been pretty cool.
So cool.
So, in this one particular, there's a little bit of a twist, which I'm totally gonna expose because F time.
cares?
So basically, they find out that he's a mentally handicapped person.
Oh, that's such an understatement.
Yeah.
That's the nice way to put it.
Yeah.
And so essentially, he's like, well, I'm not gonna kill him because, like, look at him. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Right.
And Master loves him.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it shows.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
It's like,
definitely.
that's his boy.
And then
His dude.
Maybe literally.
His
Yeah, it
dude.
might
It
literally
his
be.
boy. I mean,
They
yeah.
don't
look at
literally dive into that because that's
Might
a
have-
whole
I mean,
Might
they
have swam
look
sideways.
similar, but like
swim sideways. Yeah.
one's 3 foot tall, the other one's 10 foot tall.
2
Yeah.
million, and you were the fastest. Anyway.
And then at that point, he
Literally,
decides to he kind of decides to follow through with the double cross and overthrow the monarchy-ish that is there, and then leaves the town in a rumbling of sorts with a bunch of big vehicles.
Again, another great way to put it.
And yeah, and they're all chasing him, and lots of people are dying, and that's the end of the movie.
It's a drag race of the worst, the most amazingly horribly constructed vehicles ever.
Ever.
It's like, wow, that's terrible.
There are like 33 cars. Not
Yeah.
one of them had a legal piece of anything. They could ride
No,
on
they
the
would
road.
not have passed
Not
a
one.
DMV check
It's like
in
a truck
California.
with train tires.
There-
It's
I was gonna
like, what
say,
are you doing?
There
This is
were
crazy.
some that I was surprised to see four wheels
Right,
on.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, okay, it does have four.
Okay, it's real.
I guess that's a car.
Right.
But yeah,
fun.
that's
Diesel pulling
yeah.
like 9 or 10 different trailers that all
Yeah.
have something more terrifying on than the other one.
yeah.
Or
It's,
am I getting that confused with another?
I mean, if
I
we're
don't
gonna
think
be
that's the
post-
right movie.
If,
Mad
if
Max.
we're gonna get to the
Fury Road.
post-apocalyptic thing, let's go there though, because a lot of the other stuff that I've seen, I'm not down with.
I think I'd
don't-
rather
I
go
don't want a million
Snowpiercer.
zombies. You know,
I-
Huh?
I
I
want to
don't
get into
know.
that, but movies.
Fair. It's not like we have much else to talk about.
All right, so I don't know what was the next movie. Cloak and Dagger from
Cloak
Steve.
and Dagger.
Um, This is
love this movie.
this is just a really what's the word I want to use? Corny.
100%. Yeah.
So kid's mom dies, which you find out 15 minutes in, but you're like, something happened. Something happened with this kid. That's what happened. And so he imagines this basically this D&D character who is, and he always gets away from whatever situation he's in. And in this case, he kind of fantasizes a little too hard, giggity, and basically brings his imaginary friend to life. And yeah, y'all are making this weirder than it is.
All we do is repeat your words. You want to see what's really weird?
Your word.
Watch the camera.
So anyway, he basically witnesses something that he wasn't supposed to witness. Finds out that there's some weird stuff happening, and ends up getting handed a Cloak and Dagger game cartridge.
Cartridge for those playing the home.
Yes,
Right.
yes. And from there, he basically just kind of what? Nice. And from there, he basically
I'm
just
real
tries to
obvious.
survive.
Do you know them?
What? Yeah, no.
Do you know them?
I don't know Cloak and Dagger.
No, not that. Do you know them?
Cloak
Yeah.
and
He
Dagger.
does. Damn fine.
Anyway,
There you go.
drink break.
Anyways.
You guys are gonna be done way before me.
Probably because we're men.
I would.
Kid-sized.
So anyway, back to Cloak and Dagger.
Yep.
So basically, they get to the point where
Bathroom's that way.
oh, they're just about to smack me in the back. I was like,
No,
I gotta brace myself. So basically, they get to a point where him and his other childhood friend are just trying to stay alive. They're getting shot at and all this stuff because they witnessed a murder. They've got a secret cartridge that should be given to the FBI, and he gives it to one of his friends to decode it. He finally decodes it, and shocker, he gets murdered.
Yep.
So then, yeah, and so then they're going through trying to find the little cartridge and trying to make sure they live. And eventually they kind of catch the guys, but not really. There's not really a clean ending to this movie. They're
Right,
like,
no, it's
hey, we caught him, and have a good day.
and
Good night, folks.
no.
Like, all right, that was a waste of an hour and a half. Cool.
So
But at
for
least
what
it was only an hour and a half.
Right.
Like
True.
it's not a long.
It wasn't like
but
a
it's
3-hour.
right. When I saw it in the 80s, because I'm that old, when I saw it like as I was growing up, it was a good movie to me because I was like mentally at that age.
See, and my
right?
thing, I think it would be cool had it been, had that been more relevant to me now.
Exactly.
Well,
It
and
would have been
Yeah.
way cooler.
Yeah.
Cloak and
it's
Dagger.
a kid movie.
It
Cloak and-
definitely
well,
is.
That one is, but Cloak and
Yeah.
Dagger is a DC comic.
It is.
Or is it
I
Marvel?
think
Yeah.
it's a DC comic.
It's one.
Yeah.
It's DC or Marvel.
They
and
actually
tried-
have a series. of
exactly.
it,
That's
yeah.
exactly where I was going. They
Yeah.
tried to make it to where it's actually based off of the comics and not just a
Right.
whatever they want to do to make it.
I'm not gonna
entertaining.
lie. I fought really hard to watch that instead of this, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna waste time.
Right. So that was, for what it's worth, that was Steve's suggestion.
Yeah.
And Steve's not able to be here with us tonight. But he is in the chat room for our YouTube live stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he put in there, I was on shrooms when I thought of suggesting that movie.
I
So
was on shroom.
if that tells you anything,
Damn it, Steve.
You know what?
Tells me everything.
Had I been on shrooms, that would have been a better movie too.
or maybe worse.
well, last.
Either way, make sure that if you are listening live through YouTube, that you get into the chat room. Steve is in there. Hey, Nikki's in there too. So we got a couple of regulars, faces and names in there. So
And they're taking shrooms.
right, well, wouldn't surprise me for either one.
If
So-
you wanna
Honestly.
Brandon, if you want to continue down that, we can go with Daryl next.
Oof.
It's
D
it's the
dot
ne-
A dot R dot R dot Y dot L dot.
I don't know what that is,
Daryl.
but I'm gonna.
Oh,
pass.
it's like again, as a kid when I best movie ever. Now it's like, that's real dumb. This is all real. Like that's not even
Would
believable.
you put it up there
Fast.
with War Games?
Oh, absolutely with
Yeah.
War Games, but War Games being the better of them because of who was in it.
Brandon's
Right.
looking at me like, I have no idea.
So anyway, Judgment Night.
Anyway,
Yay, Nick.
next.
So essentially,
We're
this is like a little bit older Hangover, but they never made it there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
a
they
little darker too.
and then they witnessed a murder,
Mm-hmm.
There's the
and then
dark
they
part.
went, "Oh God, we got to survive this!" And so then they set their what in that time would have been maybe $100,000 RV straight up on fire and flee the scene.
No.
Had marble floors and countertops and a nice little mini fridge, and it did weird stuff that I don't want to talk about. But
Fair.
but it would have been expensive in the day.
Probably.
So anywho, they're planning some sort of trip. You don't find out until maybe 20-25 minutes in that it's to a boxing match. And then they're on the highway. They're stuck there. They've got satellite on the RV, so they're watching it. And then they decide, well, yeah, we're going to make this fight. Turn the TV off. We're going to back out of the highway. We're going to go through this janky part of town, and then we're going to hop back on the expressway, and we'll be fine.
Janky. We call it East St. Louis.
Yeah. And so they hop down to Detroit, and
wasn't far off.
so they're back
Welcome,
in
Steve.
the post-apocalyptic Australia, and so basically
This movie has it all.
All of it.
Man.
they're driving along. They're not really paying attention, whatever, and someone hops out from behind a dumpster, and they think they hit him. Well,
Was it Channing Tatum?
no,
Oh, it wasn't in a gimp suit.
no,
Okay.
that's a great movie, by the
It is,
way.
though.
This is the end is hilarious.
This is so
God, that is
wrong.
so bad.
It's so
but
wrong.
so
It's
good.
so good.
You get to see so many actors you hate just die.
They're in the high seas. Like,
Worst
do you want to
bad.
sip?
Yeah.
My favorite part: the power of Christ compels you. Oh, does it? Does it, Jay? Does it really?
Love that
Oh God!
movie. If you haven't seen it,
Watch it.
It's
Watch
time.
it.
It's pretty
so
good.
bad.
It's time.
A great time to watch it, which I did again, was 2020. I was like, yeah, this will be
really?
it.
Does it?
Does it, Jay? Does it really? Oh, it was hilarious. All right, back to crappy
We should have
movies.
watched that one.
So anyway,
These
Judgment
movies
Night.
suck. I'm gonna pick my own.
Yeah, I do that once
That's
a month.
not how it works.
It kind of is occasionally. So after they decide to abandon their RV, they flee for the next 45 minutes. One of them gets caught. They push him off a building. And then they hop into the sewers like the Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then they make it into some department store. Two of them get shot. And yeah, that's the movie.
Fair. We have quite the conversation in the YouTube chat room going on.
Uh-oh.
I'm telling you, if you're listening
Wouldn't know.
live, go there. There's
I guess I'll
three
log
people
in now.
You can, and you can monitor it. I'm going back and
How do we
forth.
do that? I don't know.
Yeah. Get to the chopper. We've come full circle. Yeah. Grab my hand.
So
Anyway, so rankings.
as far as the movies went, I'm gonna put third at the one that really had no story, Judgment Night.
Ha!
God damn.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's a quarter.
put second with Cloak and Dagger and first with Thunderdome.
Oh yeah!
I mean, if you didn't think Thunderdome was gonna win, come on, shut up. Just shut your face
I
hole.
never know. I never know. Sometimes you pick out of spite.
You know, right?
I'm
You're
not
right.
wrong.
Sometimes I do.
You know what the best part of this whole segment is? The three of us get to pick movies.
Yep.
Brandon
So
has-
good.
Let's go. Total shit movie again.
Whoa!
Stop it!
I'm picking Daryl.
No!
It's gonna be so.
You should
damn
pick War
good.
Games.
Ooh.
No, don't do that.
Ooh. Do Moonlight.
I have one to go with
We
it.
just want to go that way. We could do
Quit
Moonlight.
it.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No.
Seen
Same
that.
actor.
Yeah,
though.
that's way too damn fun. Like, yeah, it almost. I feel like every time I pick a movie, it needs to be punishment for Brandon.
Why?
I don't know. 'Cause They're so young.
I don't pick them that way.
I do.
Well, when we mean to, I do, but not normally. Like, I really want to win. I'm
I just want to
competitive.
knock him in last once.
Then pick better movie.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say like if you pick Judgment Night, bro.
I
Like,
mean,
I haven't seen many movies.
I'm just saying, like you pick that movie, you're coming
Fair.
in last. Like
Fair.
there's a lot of things you might
Fair
do
enough.
coming in first ain't one of them. Like it ain't one of them. And I love you like a son.
Hey,
Well,
if
you
you're-
are old enough to be my dad.
This is true. Hey, if you're drinking
You're
with
gonna have
us,
to kiss all of my.
whether it's
the whole
what-
thing.
the whole thing, don't pick an
whole
acre.
thing.
The whole
You got a
thing.
satchel full of Richards.
You finally used it.
I did. It was really good. That was really good too.
That was pretty good.
That's a bag of dicks for those who don't know
Bag
Old
of
English. So if you're listening live and drinking with us, or if you're listening on the playback and drinking with us, take the pop tops off your can, save them. When you get enough to send them to us. If you need an address, let us know. You can get a hold of us through Twitter or through the Facebook page or through the YouTube channel. If you live locally, get a hold of us. We'll meet you out. We'll have a beer with you, and we'll pick up said pop tabs because this is the only fully aluminum part of a can, whether it's a soda can or a beer can, preferably beer, because we like beer. But it's the only fully aluminum part of the can. So when it's recycled, it is the monetary equivalent to 1 minute of chemo treatment. So save these. Get a hold of us. We'll come meet you out. We'll have a beer. We'll say thank you. We'll even buy the beer. And if you live out of town, we can get you a mailing label, or just if you want to, grace of your heart, send them on your own dime. We'll get you an address to send them to. But last year we recycled 9-gallon bags worth of pop tabs.
We did
That's a
stuff
lot.
with things.
That's a
So
lot.
it absolutely helps, and I think every single one of us in this room, no matter who the cast is, has been touched by that motherfucker called cancer.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't think that one.
I don't
should
think that
count.
deserves
Oh,
a
it
quarter.
counts because
it doesn't count.
because we also donate this Monday as well. So.
Okay. Well,
Okay, it
So,
counts.
yeah, this
fair.
Fuck
Fair.
cancer.
there it is. There it is. One more time.
Bite me, cunt.
Wow. Fair.
She keeps killing all my friends.
I know. So there you go. So make sure you save them. Make sure you get them to us one way or the other, and we will absolutely give you a shout out on the show.
I should probably give 2
Yeah,
quarters.
if you send gifts, we also give shout outs to Sarah, who got us our lovely quarter jar because she doesn't, drunk text. She drunk Amazon's
Okay.
and got us our
Like a lot of us do.
yeah, well, you're not wrong.
I think my wife
So-
keeps those passwords, so I don't know how to buy things on Amazon.
You
Round
pick-
2.
The next one. You pick. We can either go really horrible or really, we don't know.
Hey, got it!
Brandon chucks his
He
can
caught it in his
and
armpit.
He armpitted that one.
I gotta pee though.
Good thing there's a bathroom.
Right?
Yeah.
No, you pick. Don't show.
Plot twist: the bathroom lights on the outside. So
good news.
fair warning.
Yeah. So I guess we'll wait on everything to do with the show next.
I mean,
We
apparently,
can't pick movies.
and no,
We're
not
not going to
really.
drink till all of us are here.
No, and in the meantime,
You too? Yeah. Are you really doing that? I'm in.
I am.
I'm just saying.
because we don't have to throw the quarter. We throw. That's it.
Right. Well, it's not a bad word.
Close enough.
It's really close.
It's really, really close.
I think this would be the intermission of the show. We're almost an hour in.
I stood there waiting. As soon as I heard the pee stream, I turned it off. And he goes, "Fuck!" Quarter.
On it.
Oh God, this looks like something I'd buy at a corner store. This is.
Amazing.
This goes way back in our family, just so you know.
I just feel like this is malt liquor.
You're not wrong. It's up there with Colt 45 and
That sounds about right.
We got another one.
45.
If we want to do it first.
zigzags.
Mickey's.
Oh yeah.
Mickey's.
Oh, actually, Mickey's isn't that bad. I'm down with some
Mickey's
Mickey's.
is. I'll do a hand grenade, bro.
Yeah, I'm down with Mickey's.
I like some Mickey's.
Well, because the hand grenades are like this tall.
No, hand
And he
grenade.
left the light on.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
For you.
He's Motel 6 when he pees,
Right.
bro.
That's all that around
We'll
here.
leave the light on.
Okay, so before we get to the picks for movies, we're gonna go ahead to drink number 2. Ready, set,
Maybe.
maybe.
Go.
Son of a bitch.
Pour me a
Do we
drink.
have to do
I
this?
guess we'll son of a bitch.
It's gonna start playing mid drink.
Give me a drink.
What you gonna do with that beer, man? This is something about my first. I don't know.
Wait.
Whatever
Sort of,
plays,
we
just
just
get
go.
quiet.
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah, just
stop talking.
open it. So, Nick, what's beer number 2?
It's Schlitz.
Because I went to previous.
It's
Son of a
Schlitz.
Well,
Son of a
Schlitz.
bitch!
Well, it's Schlitz. Son of a bitch. That's great. We're gonna have to. Do
I don't
this
think that would
again.
get across because
Yep,
when
that
I,
is.
when I
that
went
is
to
malt
preview,
liquor.
that's when it played. So
That is definitely malt liquor.
Well, established in 1849, we got
liquor.
Schlitz.
That's
It's-
liquor.
That's malt liquor.
oh good God!
Yeah,
Mm.
that's one of those beers that'll
Mm.
make you take a crap.
One of those that Nick is.
It'll give you the Schlitz.
Yeah, well,
100%.
100.
I feel like that's pretty accurate.
If you're having bowel issues right now, you will not be tomorrow.
No,
at this
hold on,
time.
let me consult the doctor.
If you're having bowel issues, you need a Schlitz.
It is time for a Schlitz.
It's time for a Schlitz.
You know, somebody posted in our What You Drinking group one that looks way better than this.
I bet
what
they
doesn't
did.
look better than this?
It's from the Denver Beer Company called Princess Yum Yum.
Princess Yum
I
Yum.
don't care what it is. It's better than
Hey, I
this.
ate sushi today called Yum Mo.
Nice. Nice.
That was a weak hit
Been
back. I
craving
think I lost
sushi.
points.
Sushi's pretty nice.
It is.
I'm
It's
down for
not.
that.
I love
They
sushi.
still talking?
That's what's soaking up all the beer.
She.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
I had some murder burger, so
What is
Murder Burger.
McDonald.
Oh.
Murder burger?
From the chat room, no, we have not considered doing the entire show in Schwarzenegger impressions.
Considered,
But
but
we
not actually
should.
thought about.
It would be terrible.
It'd be amazing.
We have different opinions of amazing.
Be fucking stupid.
Whoa! Why would you throw that? We need that.
It's over there.
Okay, found it.
Oh, Nick, I like the
Found it.
idea of chick flicks.
What?
I like the idea of chick flicks.
Not
for
this week. Not
Yeah.
this week.
Pretty in Pink. We
We'll
could
get
go. We could
we'll
go
get-
straight.
You got a
We'll
good
get there.
idea.
16 candles.
We got to prepare for that one.
Ah, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
We
so
do.
so we'll do it, just not this week.
Because we're gonna have to figure out how hard Brandon falls in love with Molly Ringwald. Because
This is
I mean
true.
that's pretty much the
This
question
is
in
true.
every 80s movie.
how we do
Anyway, so Steve's gonna have. You got 4 movies this week, by the way.
4.
Come on.
Steve's involved. Have you seen the movie Go?
Oh, good movie.
No.
Okay, that's Steve's pick.
Good job. Good job, Steve.
Thought I escaped the 4 movie weeks.
It's a good movie. God, it's a good movie.
Delane's right.
I've never
Schlitz
heard
is
of
a
it.
dare.
Yeah.
100% a dare.
I took one drink of that and I already have to poop.
Hence the name.
I took one drink and I'm like,
There's been one beer that never argues about its reputation. It's
Schlitz. I thought that was Mickey's, but yeah.
when you feel like getting in a bar fight, Mickey's.
When you need a weapon at a bar fight,
Mickey's.
Mickey!
Ting.
Look out, I got a hand grenade. Nick, we'll let you go second.
Whoa.
Have you seen Highwayman
Mm,
on Netflix?
I don't think so.
Good one.
Woody Harrelson.
Historically factual movie.
I'll have to look into it. Keep going, but I'll look into that one.
Okay, I can't keep going. That's-
Randy?
Really?
All right, here we go.
Yep. Dude, I think you're going to love it. You're going to fall in love with the kid. He's amazing.
I hope it
think
sucks.
I am.
He's amazing.
I hope it
least.
sucks.
Do you like jets?
No.
Are you fucking human? Like, what the hell?
Throw your
I
quarter.
don't understand. I'll throw more quarters.
No, I don't think I've. Okay.
Okay, that's my pick.
Yeah. Women. Daryl with a bunch of dots.
Yep.
You'll find it.
Daryl with the
Yeah, you
dots.
can't miss it.
Daryl with dots.
Sorry.
There's like 2 people in that movie that anybody would know.
Who? I haven't seen it in so long, dude.
Exactly.
So long.
I think John Lithgow.
Well, everybody knows
I
John
think.
Lithgow.
I can't remember. I was obsessed
got
with
time for
that
a third
movie
beer.
for a while.
We might. I'd rather do it in Old Chicago than here, but
We still have an hour left.
we
so-
do. So
Yeah.
God.
we'll find
And you
out.
know what?
I've had
If you
4
if you
since I've
talk
been
to
here.
any respectable law officer, 3 beers
Uh-huh.
in 2 hours is not drunk, no matter how big you are.
Ow.
Long story. Like, I got pulled over after an Aaron Lewis show a few weeks
boy.
ago.
Oh boy, here we go with the story.
I wasn't driving, but the person driving got a DUI.
It's been a while.
Oh, that's not good.
Since I
news.
got a DUI.
And I was like, it's been a while.
Okay, you ready for mine?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
These guys are gonna love this. They're gonna be like, "What the?" Gonna pull at your heartstrings a little bit. Project X.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Have you seen American History
Seen it.
X?
What?
Yes, he has.
That's the one with the house party.
No,
Are you sure?
that's
House
Project
Party.
42
That's Animal House.
or 47 or
That's a lot
No,
of different
no,
movies.
Project
That's
X.
like a million movies. There's a house party.
nope. Project X has Matthew Broderick, the chick from Back to the Future.
Yeah, no. Project X is a movie where they basically redo Superbad.
Hold.
Oh,
I could be off on the title.
Is that it?
It was made in 2012 because they're like,
Nope.
oh, the world's ending. Let's have a crazy party.
Nope.
There were a lot of those in 1999 too.
There really were.
They thought everything was gonna die. It was so fun.
Gotta go in the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, you gotta look for that one because that's the wrong movie, bud.
It's After War Games. No, it's Project X. There's multiple movies with the same title. 1987.
Oh,
Oh God, 80s movie.
Trust me, it's a good one.
Oh, God, an 80s movie?
It's got
Oh, it's got Helen Hunt, not
Matthew Broderick.
yeah. It's got Willie who plays Virgil.
oh, so next Sunday.
Looking
I'll
forward to
actually
Helen
be
Hunt, but
driving,
past
so I'll
that-
be able to listen and see how far
Nice.
down the totem pole my movie.
Yep,
falls.
you get Project X.
As long as I'm above you,
You're
I'm
gonna
be.
win. You're gonna beat me.
God, I
for
hope
sure.
so.
I think you are.
I've lost. every
Unless
time.
like
After
Brandon,
you
like,
described
if-
Daryl,
if-
I don't want to watch
if,
it.
Like if Brandon's sitting there watching it and he's like, "Man, if I'm 12, this is the best movie ever," then I get third.
Yeah, I don't take that into consideration.
I pick this whole movie because I know I'm gonna be fourth.
Like in my
I know.
I hope you
in
are.
my review, I take that into consideration, but in the
Right.
placing, I absolutely don't. Like, did you waste my time this week? Yes, you
no,
did.
no.
Last place.
Like the best part is it, like
like King Kung Fu.
maybe it's because I did
I hate
love
you
it.
for
Like, I
that.
love that movie.
I watched that movie at 3 times speed, and it still pissed me off.
You're welcome.
That was like a 72-minute movie, and it still pissed me
So bad.
off.
Good lord,
So
looking at the
good.
cast of Daryl, and I know nobody.
Right.
Well, I recognize 2. Michael McKean and Mary Beth Hart, but that's it. Enjoy that one, buddy.
It's really good.
Not coming in.
I'm
for
not
last.
coming in
It's
last.
It's all about the story. If Daryl comes in above last, what do I get? What do I get?
We're not talking about that because he
You
might
have to
put you
buy-
above last.
You have to buy me a beer.
No, no,
No.
no, sir.
Nope.
Well, then it's
Damn
gonna
it.
be last.
Last. Okay, good.
So Schlitz.
So I got a tall boy Pab.
Same thing. Literally
Basically,
same thing.
well, no. Paps has a little bit more water in it.
Little.
Not
This has
much.
this has a little bit more. What's that green stuff that they take make you poop?
Hops.
No.
I remember.
Sludge.
Algae.
I don't know.
Imodium. No, that's to stop
Motive
pooping.
that
My
to
bad.
Stop pooping.
I'm gonna need that after this.
Is it
yes.
algae? God. Good thing we're not
Yeah.
doctors.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We're not.
I can't poop. Take a Schlitz.
Take a Schlitz.
Get
You're
one
good.
for me while you're there.
You're good. Drink 9 of them tonight.
9.
You're gonna be great
9.
tomorrow.
I'm gonna match
I don't
you.
even know.
Something's gonna come out of one hole or another.
It's
You'll
coming
be
out.
clean.
Wait a
You'll be
minute.
fine.
Challenge accepted.
God, that's a
So-
dirty challenge.
on both ends.
I think 2 of these would work.
Schlitz,
I took
He's
a
not
drink
wrong.
and I was like, oh.
Oh, there's a little movement in the old bowels.
Schlitz is the reason they created flushable wipes. That's bad. It's
Same
bad.
company, ironically.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Same
Flushable
company.
Lights
Same
brought to you by
company.
Schlitz Brewing Company. I don't even want to go into the next segment.
I don't know what it is.
I think
What is
we're
the
rolling
next
on it.
segment?
Top 5 is what it is.
Right.
Oh,
top
okay. Well,
Are we doing
Schlitz wipe. When you've had a
the
6-pack.
Schlitz wipes?
You've had a 6-pack and you're
Of
dribbling
our
down your
beer.
leg. You feel a warm sensation on your kneecap. How did it get there?
When your leg looks like the outside of a mug once they too much.
You might be
You-
Schlitz.
When your leg looks like you've been trail running for the last 3 days. It's a lot of mud on your leg. Oh, that's not mud.
That's
That
not mud.
Not mud.
That's Schlitz.
That's Schlitz.
God,
That's Schlitz.
who needs a
Double
marketing team when they got us?
Double marketing.
Man, who's got it better than us? Nobody.
Schlitz.
If you get a call
Now
from
in pounders.
Schlitz next week for,
Oh,
for a
Jesus.
fucking sponsorship, it's gonna be great.
Schlitz. For when you're really plugged up. Oh, sometimes I crack myself up. Hold on.
Oxycodone got you
It
plugged
just
up.
says 16 fluid ounces. No,
Take a
yeah,
Schlitz.
16 fluid ounces.
It just says like
Beer.
Schlitz 16.
beer.
It just says beer right there.
Beer. Just
One. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, none of the other cans say beer, as if anyone was in doubt.
I'm gonna try this and see what happens when I do that.
Let's do it. That.
Wait for it.
wait.
I know you're
Yeah,
too
I
stupid
saw-
to get this, but you're really this up right now.
Yeah, because you had 2 of you.
I know.
I was like, what?
There's 2 of you still. It's creepy.
Oh my god. Okay, listen. I'd like you to try something. Try swallowing the giant ball of snot that's dangling around in the back of your throat. It's disgusting. Nobody wants to hear that. That's what you do.
Can't wait in like the next. Well, hello, Predator.
Yes.
I can't wait for the next like 2 months, roughly, when the next season of Rick and Morty comes out.
I haven't seen the last one yet.
What?
It's good.
What's it on?
I think I watched it on Hulu.
No.
Yeah.
All
It's not
right,
too
so
bad.
now we're gonna harangue Justin for not watching Stranger Things in season 2. What do you?
I stopped watching before season 1. No.
Yeah, but
At the end, at
that's
the season finale of season 1, like there's a weird reverse world, and there's
Right.
a thing that goes.
It's the upside down with the
Real,
flower
it's the
face.
upside down.
Yeah.
With
Right.
teeth.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I liked it. I just life got in the way.
Aw.
It wasn't that I didn't like the show. I just didn't make time to watch it.
Now, season 1,
It's time.
I couldn't care less.
Really?
Maybe season 2 gets better. I don't know.
I love season 1.
Yeah.
Season
I
1
did
just
too.
for me.
Yeah. I
Fair.
really enjoyed season 1. Season 4 right now, I'll be honest with you, it is stupid good. Like I was shocked how
Oh.
good it was. And the best part is it's like 7 movies. Because they're
Yeah.
all like an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
it's like, what are we doing here, people?
That's an investment.
But I mean, like when you're watching, you're like, okay.
I'm going
this
to
is
pick the
all
movie for
making
you.
sense.
It's episode 4, season 4. Stranger Things.
You know what? I'd be down with that just to catch up with pop culture.
Right. Well, the best part is
So
that
far behind.
all the stuff that they're talking about, whatever they're doing,
Oh,
it's
hard to
literally
headphones.
from when I was a kid.
Mhm.
Like they're mid 80s. It's 86.
I mean, yeah,
87.
that's when it's
I
like
was 10, 11, somewhere around there.
right.
You know?
See, right
I was
now
down with
I'm catching up with the different Marvel series
Oh,
because I ended up getting I had a hand in it, but I can't say I was a full part of it. But Aaliyah got into the Marvel series. She watched WandaVision. She was like,
Sure.
well, "This is actually pretty
Oh,
good."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we watched
Yeah.
all of that. Then we watched all of Loki.
Really
Nice.
good. I like Loki too a lot.
Now she's
I do.
catching up on. So we watched Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah.
Great
But
flick.
It
Very
was
good.
honestly
Very good.
amazing. But that was for me.
Sure,
She had no idea what was going on
Just come
because
on.
all she saw was Spider-Man and then No Way
Spider-Man.
Home. So she had no idea that Andrew, she had no idea Andrew Garfield was even a thing in this,
Right.
and all the trauma that he went through with the little
Yeah.
Right.
at the end
Yeah.
of yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, she's catching up on those. I
There
think
you
she's got the second Tom Holland, and then we're back on track. We're gonna watch Falcon Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, and Moon Knight.
You have to watch What If.
Yep.
We've
Yeah.
been kind of like trickling that in here and there.
Which is
It's
completely
really good.
super
that-
cool.
That is not a
It's
bad way to
fun.
watch it.
Yeah,
It's really
Because
fun.
all watching it back to back to back to back, it weighs on you.
it does.
Yeah.
But you need to watch it before you watch Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, we already
You know-
did.
Nope.
So never
Oops.
mind.
Scratch that.
I talked to Steve. He went and saw it, and he was like, "Dude, have you seen What If?" I'm like, "Most of it."
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's not like you have to watch it to understand Multiverse of Madness.
Not
but
at
you
all.
will catch so many Easter eggs."
Yeah, no, there's definitely references within it. I
Sure.
mean, but Multiverse of Madness, not spoiling anything, but that is
No.
probably the darkest
Well, it's
Marvel movie I've
Everything
seen.
that I read going into it said that is the closest thing that Marvel's ever done to a horror movie.
Yeah, no, there's like
And it's-
6
Alright.
jump scares.
And they
I'm
dumbed
Yeah,
dumbed
let's
it
do it.
down.
They did.
They dumbed it down so that it wouldn't be an R-rated movie.
Right. But
So,
hilarious
yeah.
jump scares, deaths are like, whoa.
Yeah.
And this
It's-
is Strange, right?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Steve and I in our conversation trying to figure out if this was a more of a Doctor Strange movie or more of a Scarlet Witch movie.
Honestly, I mean, the last 2
It's
movies,
50-50 on that one.
the last 2 movies with the different
toss.
multiversal plays that they're trying to throw into these,
Like-
it's not just a one character movie
And
anymore.
I get
No.
why they're trying to do that, but I don't
Right.
care for it.
And I get it because in so and so's comics there were multiple guest appearances.
But that's the
I get it.
comics.
I get it, but
Yeah.
that's basically what they're doing.
You guys good?
So, yep.
What do we do?
No, it just came out. Just fucking. It comes
Come
out.
on! Wow, fired and I missed.
Damn it.
Fired again. Missed both times.
The dirty quarter didn't want to go.
Nope. Because look at it. It's
Dirty.
filthy.
Dirty.
When they're filthy, they never want to go.
Anyway,
Are you guys ready?
for what?
Yes.
Your top 5, let's go!
That could be my favorite intro that I've done.
Yep.
Anyway, this week's top 5 brought to you by nobody. So I'm going to do it. I decided to go with, and I'm going to need audience participation on this.
Uh-oh.
And
Who's
this is
your
not
audience?
going to be like you guys really got to think a lot to figure it
Sounds
out.
like a great time to take a
Oh,
poop.
thank you, Jesus.
So,
Because I'm getting hot.
Do it.
Man.
which makes this one even better.
Let's
Let's
just
do
focus
it.
on Randy. for a minute.
So
Don't
this is
focus
going to be a
on
round
anything.
table. We're not going to do my top 5, then Brandon's, then Nick's, then Randy's. We're going to do and there's no particular order on these.
All right.
This is my first, Brandon's first, Nick's first, blah blah blah.
So see,
Away.
we're all
No,
good
just
times.
you two.
Oh, okay. Come on, Justin.
No,
Damn it,
it's-
Justin.
No, I promised a couple of people.
2
that-
years.
I promised
I've
a
known
couple
you
of
2
people
years.
that they would
You
be there
promised
when the
me you
first
would.
time happens.
You promised
Nah,
me you would.
my-
I
Let's do it
promised
then.
3 people.
My-
Hey, Justin, promises are made to be broken.
Mine's just nicotine.
No.
That's
It
a-
gives me
that's
like a
shame.
nice 8-second high,
High.
and then I'm good.
It's because
No,
there's
this-
a crazy amount of nicotine coming in one little pull.
Yep, it's
But-
nice.
Crazy.
These 2 people mean the world to me.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
Oh.
cannot break those promises.
Can I be there? I don't want to smoke, but can I be there?
No, I won't smoke either.
What? How are you gonna get high?
Justin,
Ow!
that's not how
I
any
feel like
of this works.
I feel
You
like a
have
meal.
to smoke it. You
Guys,
can't just,
No.
oh, I'm gonna be there. I'm
I
gonna
feel
be
like
in
a
the
meal.
room.
I'm
gonna
down
be in the
for it.
room. I'm Bill Clinton. I didn't inhale.
I will never smoke.
inhale.
I will
Eats
never
a brownie.
Never inhaled. It never got all the way down.
That's fair.
I'm gonna just I'm gonna give Justin a bag of Sour Patch gummies.
Gummies, yes.
Be like,
No,
dude, try these. They're
I had
So
a-
good.
I had a
So
friend. I
good.
was
and I'll be like, get to the job.
yeah,
so-
like 10 minutes later. just,
Anybody
"Oh
get
my
off the
God."
couch.
These things haven't done anything. Get to the job.
I just saw sound come out of that TV.
Grab my hand. Why can I smell what the number 9 tastes like? I've never been high, so I don't know if that's accurate or
Yeah,
not.
It's pretty
God.
accurate.
not on marijuana.
Marijuana.
Right.
Yeah.
So my top 5 this week that is going to be complete full cast participation.
Uh-oh.
These are the top 5
Cast.
living
I need to take
Living.
a Schlitz.
people
Oh,
would love to
was
get together
not
and
as
have a
quick as I
beer
thought it
with.
was gonna be.
It was the first drink. I've been holding back. Prairie dogging.
It's turtle head. A little turtle head.
As we try and talk past that,
Good luck.
absolutely shitty comment that Brandon made.
Oh, whoops. We're gonna run out of silver things. To throw
That's
in that
because we
drawer.
have two paper things. So again, for those who were not listening, these are the top 5 people that living I would love to get together and have a beer with.
Okay, 5 people at the same time. We're like,
Yes.
meet.
Nope. This is a round table, so you have to think about.
It would have been nice to have a warning.
Try now.
Dig it.
There it is.
There it is.
So no, I don't want to give you a warning. I want you to actually think on the fly.
Okay.
So, and there, you don't have to justify anything. You don't have to explain it until the very end as to why you would think these 5 people would work. Okay. So my number 1, again, these are in no particular order. Joe Rogan.
Totally get it.
I get it.
The guy,
Okay.
I don't care what your politics are. The guy thinks outside the box on most everything. He's an intelligent human being.
Best part is he doesn't give a shit about your politics either.
I got it. I got it.
You know,
I got it. I
like
got it.
that's the best part of him.
Right.
Like
Which
you don't
is-
care about his. He didn't care about yours.
Which is what everybody
That's what I
should
dig.
factor in.
Right.
They
Kind of.
don't-
Yeah.
they-
Honestly,
It doesn't matter that they're your
Right.
choices or your beliefs.
it's an opinion.
You
That's
do
it.
you. It's your vote, not
Everybody
the party's
got
vote.
buttholes. Everybody got an opinion.
Right. Right.
Some stink. Just saying.
Yeah.
They need a wipe.
So,
But
so Joe Rogan is my first.
All right.
Brandon.
I would go with Luke Holland. He's a contract drummer just because he's kind of an elitist of drummers. But he is contracted out to several different bands. As soon as one ends, he just picks up the next biggest thing. But he's insane in the technicalities that he does and stuff like that.
Sure.
So that's me.
Boom, boom. Right on. Moving on.
Well, for me, my
Moving on.
well,
Nick.
all right, get everybody.
Welcome to the
think my
stage,
first one went-
Candy.
All right, coming up next, we got Nick with his first pick. I'd have
Why
to say
did I
Mike-
get weaker as you went?
Because it's like how they go, like, all right. Up next, we got Candy doing it for you. I don't know. I've never
You're
been there.
unplugged again.
No, I think I'd probably have to go with Mike Tyson.
that's not bad.
That's ludicrous.
What are you talking about?
That's
I would-
ludicrous.
I would love to hang out with him.
What are you talking
That's
about?
ludicrous.
With
With the Nick.
Could you imagine some of the stories he could tell you?
Oh, I'm sure he's got fantastic stories.
Just like,
But because of who he was in the
Right.
80s and early 90s, everybody's going to listen.
but the thing is like when you hear the name Mike Tyson, everybody knows who that is. It's like Babe Ruth, Mike Tyson. Like that's just a name you know
with,
growing
with,
up.
With that sport, it's Ali
Yes.
and it's Tyson.
I mean,
Maybe-
Sugar Ray.
I was gonna say, maybe
you know,
Sugar Ray.
But Mike Tyson, that's the
Foreman,
name like
you know,
Babe
but-
Ruth,
yeah,
Mike
but-
Tyson. Those two names, you know exactly
Tyson,
who they are.
Tyson is synonymous with violence, right?
Yeah, I think
but
now
in a-
you
in
can
a-
say that.
Well,
And biting.
in a sport that
Violence.
it's a sport where violence is a thing, but he is known for violence because of, if you look at the matches that he won to
Sure,
get
sure.
the titles that he got, there's
None of them went over
nobody
3
that
rounds.
ever did it like that.
Like him, yeah.
Like that, because it was violent. He
And then
hit
his
you and it
age.
hurt you and it left an impact. I think boxing is garbage now.
Yeah.
Ever since Tyson went full nut job, bit Evander Holyfield's damn like an idiot. I don't even know what he was doing in the ring that night.
Sure.
Honestly, that was all a bad
Well,
setup.
but he had lost.
Dude,
he bit him on the leg.
right.
He bit his ear off.
That's the thing. He wasn't supposed to be there that night. Like Mike's legend should have ended with that idiot Peter McNeely. Like when he came
Yep.
out of prison and
Yep.
fought that dude, you looked at Mike and you were like, nah,
Nah,
bro.
you done, dude.
Bro, like you could still hit a dude hard. I know you can. And it was fun thinking you would hit that dude hard because he's a damn clown.
You know what's funny?
Right?
What's funny is that he's in the last 6 months talked all about jumping in the ring and fighting Jake Paul.
Oh
Dude,
God, I hope.
I'm just saying, dude,
You know what's
Bite
coming
his
out of
nose off.
You know what's coming out of Jake Paul camp? Crickets.
nothing.
Not a thing
Nothing.
because
He's
Nothing.
like, he'll
at-
bite me.
No.
Tyson at
No.
58 or whatever he is
No.
will knock his literal
Did
head
you see
off.
Tyson's fight with Michael Moore here?
Did you see Tyson's fight with that idiot on the plane?
Yeah, he beat the
What a moron.
dog
Like,
crap out of
okay,
him.
so like this is where Mike's at though. Still, he can get in the ring with Jake Paul, that is
Sure.
24 years younger than
Oh,
him.
if not more, yeah.
And if he lands one shot,
Oh, that dude's
Jake
dead.
is done.
Dead. Not
Right?
done.
Jake
Dead.
can
Yes.
hit him like 15, 25 times. He's like
And
falling under
Tyson's
ropes.
like,
Tyson hits him one time. We are
Wow.
done. It is game time.
Well, it's not going to be the thing like when he stepped in the ring with Mayweather.
Right,
It's not going to be
right.
like, oh,
No.
we're going to go these rounds
No.
and stuff like that because Mayweather was making money.
Mayweather was
People can
there
say
for
what
a
they-
that's all he was
paycheck,
about.
bro.
People, yeah,
He was
people
there
can
for a
say what they
paycheck.
want to. Mayweather, $1 million Mayweather carries $1 million in his pocket. He was there for money. That's
Money-
it.
Money,
If
money was
Tyson
there.
hits Jake Paul,
It's over.
it's going to be like
It's
when
done.
Over.
it's going to be
Over.
like when the Sorcerer Supreme hit the Hulk
Yep.
and you saw Bruce Banner
His
fly out the
soul
back.
comes out of right.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
soul comes
That's-
out.
But the thing is, Tyson
Yep.
doesn't.
It's just going to be a outline of a
Yeah.
douchebag
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
applicator and all.
A
just-
mouthy douchebag.
Because Tyson's got that fighting thing. Like when he gets in the ring, he's not gonna put that. Oh, this is just for fun.
Oh,
No.
he hits a
He's
switch.
gonna
No.
hit because that's
Yeah.
it's
That's
that
why
switch.
he
He's gonna
bit Holy. That's why he
he's gonna-
bit him.
He was done.
Because he was toast. Holyfield was working him, and he was like desperate, right?
This fool's
That's
game
why
plan
he
was
did that.
ludicrous.
He does not walk into a ring or a fight or a situation and think to himself, well, what am I going to do if I lose? He doesn't think that. So when it starts to happen, he freaks out.
Oh yeah.
That on the plane, like everybody was like, oh my God, Mike pummeled him. I was like, Mike was like,
But that
tickle
dude was
fighting
pushing
that guy.
Tyson.
He was tickling him.
Yeah.
Like he didn't hit
Oh,
him
yeah,
one
yeah.
time. Like he kind of like popped him. Like a regular dude hitting him felt just like that. However, Mike Tyson actually hitting him doesn't feel anything like
That's
that.
not a tickle. That is not a tickle.
That feels nothing like that.
So yeah, that's basically my first person I'd like
That's
to
a
have a
good-
beer with is Tyson.
Well,
All right.
That's the
we
first of
had
your
a
group
good
of
conversation,
five.
right?
Interesting.
Five.
All right,
Interesting.
Randy?
It's Hendricks.
Top.
I have
Oh,
to
no,
be. I
alive.
have.
Hendricks
yeah,
is
he's
dead.
alive.
The caveat was alive.
Damn it. So
Plot
my
twist.
next was
Welcome
so
back.
then it was Danny
Plot
Carey
twist. Fair
because
enough.
it's funny because you said drumming and Danny Carey
Yeah.
from Tool. The guy is like some sort of stupid smart, and since Neil
He is a savant.
right since Neil Peart's not alive, I'll go with Danny because I like those two guys in drumming. Like you can be really good at drumming, you can whatever. They are different.
Absolutely.
They
Yeah.
are different.
Well,
than
and
the rest of
and
them.
Danny did a lot of things that Neil Peart, I'm not going to say that he couldn't do, but would have taken a loud
he was
switch
the,
to
he
do.
was the graduated like he was the
But it was-
what is it in Pokemon? He was the next level.
He
right?
was evolved.
He was evolved, right?
But-
because it wasn't
Gotta
Neil.
catch 'em all.
It
But-
was Danny as Danny, but doing shit that just was
I'll get there.
was what Neil couldn't do or
Well, the thing is,
was it real?
Neil,
Sure.
for the most part, in his entire career, I mean, don't get me wrong, they did switch up quite a bit
Oh,
in,
sure.
in the band that he was in, but for the most part, it was either 4.
Yeah.
In Tool, there wasn't a time
There's
signature
no
you could
time
recognize.
No.
There's no time.
It was all over the place.
there's
and-
What is
only
it- what is it-
3 songs
what is
that
it
have a
called?
backbeat
yeah.
in their entire discography. There's
Yeah.
3 songs that have, but you somehow
Steve will know what
with,
it's
with
called.
that knowledge, no,
It-
he's the best drummer on the
Well,
planet.
I mean,
right now.
before Gent was the thing, which is playing what sounds like 4/4, but it's not in 4.
Yeah.
But before that was the thing, Tool basically set the standard
tone,
for
yep.
that.
because
And
there's the best part about, and it kind of sucks because I would want to talk to Danny about Like, I want to know why they made the albums the way they did.
Sure.
And then I want to know about this last 10-year break, why the hell they made the exact same album they could have made 10 damn years ago.
Right.
10 years later. Like, I want to figure that out. But when we talk about like the origin of where Tool was at, I want to figure out, like, when you guys are sitting there, first of all, how did you figure out how to make good music that has none of the stuff that makes actual music?
Right.
Good music.
Right.
Like, not even just good. Like, there are people that have literally
Steve's
spent
response.
$1 million
wrong.
going and watching Tool.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they follow them around like the Grateful Dead because they're that damn good. You're
not wrong.
They're the metal version of the Grateful Dead in
Right.
my mind.
Oh, sure.
They can do that.
So Steve's choice, even though he's not here but still participating in one capacity or another,
Sure.
Was Elon Musk.
Very nice.
And I can understand that entirely.
Yeah.
I avoided Elon Musk because I chose Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
That's
Because
fair.
they've had multiple conversations together on Joe Rogan. It's like, of the two, Joe's going to be more entertaining.
Yeah.
True.
I'm going to go with him.
I don't blame you.
Not that Elon isn't going to have better thoughts or be
I-
more articulate or...
I know that Joe would have definitely made my top 5, but since you've taken him, I don't blame you.
Right.
Sure,
Right.
sure.
I feel like this is a fantasy draft right now. Like, I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to
5
take
most
next.
interesting people.
Yeah. Who am I going to take next?
There it is. Steve says in the chat room on the YouTube channel, they use all time signatures, but one of them was the Fibonacci sequence.
Yes.
Yes.
And that was
That
was fantastic.
Him and I've had multiple conversations of that, and it's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of Tool's music can be so it gets you so hard.
That's a great way to describe
sure,
it.
It
sure.
just gets you right
Sure.
there. It's
Gives
like,
you the
yep,
Schlitz.
there it is. I just got Schlitz.
Okay, so my next one, since we've got a half hour to get these out.
Yep.
My next one, for those of you that are wrestling fans, I'm going to go with Diamond Dallas Page.
Dude. Love that guy.
Smart dude, down to earth, has the biggest heart of all the wrestlers that I've ever heard interviews with. He's helped so many wrestlers kick the addiction of pain meds through yoga.
Yep.
He does DDP yoga, so Diamond Dallas Page yoga. But there's a series on, it's not Netflix, I can't remember what it's on, but it shows when he was helping Jake the Snake Roberts get off his heroin addiction.
Yeah.
And it's amazing just to listen to him talk to them and just show how good of a dude he is.
Yeah.
But on top of that, beyond intelligent. So it's like, I would love to have Joe Rogan talk to DDP and me, but factor off from there. B?
So because of the height of things, and just because I want to see where his mental status is, I want to talk to Johnny Depp.
I considered him.
that.
I considered him.
Like,
Hey, but
in
could you
general-
understand him?
In general, I want to talk to him just to figure out, like, can I have a conversation with him?
Sure.
Yeah.
But also with everything going on, it's like I want to check in, just be like, hey Johnny,
I need you
what's
to
up,
answer
bud?
a couple questions for me.
I don't need
Did
you
she
to answer
really-
questions.
Did she really poop on your pillow?
Who
Jesus.
on the
Did you
bed?
get
you
pink
let
eye?
her stay there that
Did you
night?
get pink eye?
Right.
Right. That is conjunctivitis at its worst. She didn't fart on it. She pooed on it.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
That's real dookie.
That's real dude.
That's the real dookie.
I just wish that photo, if he took it, would have made it into the trial.
Oh, sure, sure. Maybe it is. We
How
just
did he
don't know
not?
it.
It's possible.
Oh,
I don't
that's-
follow it too
that's
closely.
Made up. That's a meme. No, that's the real dude.
Yeah, no, she pooped on spill.
She from there. Nick,
I'll have to go with Aaron Lewis because love his
Again.
music.
again, an intelligent guy.
Yeah.
Got some great stories.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. For sure.
I'm going for a good time, not like the depth of conversation. Like I feel like Tyson Lewis, you're gonna have some
Sure.
good conversations already.
Sure. But at the same time, I'm going for some dudes.
Yep.
Like
Oh, yeah.
they've seen some ass.
Yeah.
I think that both of mine have to.
Sure, exactly. Oh, excuse me. There it is. But at the same time, like Aaron Lewis has done some concerts in some very small venues.
Yeah, like
In some
2
very
weeks
small
ago, I
towns.
saw that.
And we all know weird stuff happens at those
Yep.
small venues.
Very much
Yeah.
so.
Like I
Always,
saw him 2 weeks
every
ago.
night.
He was just drunk and talking shit. It was fucking great.
Well, there's two. I got you 1 and 2. So, but I bet even you get into the depths of
Yeah.
his
Johnny Depp.
first few tours,
So-
right?
Yeah.
First few tours with Stained, when they were
Right.
touring with Godsmack with Korn. I'm sure they saw some stuff there too.
Yeah, that's the first time I saw him was with Godsmack.
Yep. I met him and Sully both when they were signing autographs at Hot Topic when I was managing Lids in Down West. And they
Yeah,
were
it's
like,
been
yeah,
a
and people
while.
are trying to get, it's been a while. They were to the back room of Hot Topic. So they ate their lunch in the back room of my. So I got to sit there and have lunch with them and BS with them.
That's cool.
They're just pretty cool dudes. Like they're
Sure.
down to earth or not.
Sure. And Sully's from Boston, so his accent's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Blah.
Have you seen my khakis? For us, we're talking about pants. For him, he's talking about keys to his car.
keys to his car.
Lost my
Because
khakis.
he can't
I lost my khakis.
Because he cannot enunciate.
Khakis. Anyway,
Randy.
Randall.
Okay, so the first one was Dana Carey.
Yep.
He's going John Lennon.
No,
He's
no,
dead.
he's dead. That
Coincidentally,
really
his
cuts a
list of
lot
5 that are
people.
dead
Like, I
that he
really
keeps trying to
don't
go
wanna
to is
talk
just
to
as
a-
good as his
forgot-
list.
my problem right now is that I don't have a lot of living people that I want to talk to. So I'm like, you're a tool. I don't want to talk to you.
Ironically, he picked someone from Tool. So
Right,
here we are.
exactly.
Full circle.
I'd like to talk to somebody like Jordan Peterson. Like psychologists absolutely like run my they
Sure.
they blow my mind. And the funny part is that I'm probably not somebody that a lot of people look at as very like empathetic or even sympathetic to a certain extent, but you just see how the different personalities really affect the world around us.
Sure, sure.
And when you have somebody that's that educated in that world, I just don't care as much as there's probably a lot of people that know me online that are like, yeah, that guy cares a lot about your politics. He cares a lot.
Sure.
I don't. I care about whether or not you want to like speak the truth to what the situation is.
Sure. I get
And
that.
that's what I want
I
to
get
get.
that.
I want the truth for all of the situations.
You want
because
you want
I get all of
unapologetic
it.
truth.
Yeah, I want all of it.
Yeah.
I want to be offended. I want somebody to say some stuff to me that just absolutely just strikes me.
Right.
And then I want to make my decision of what to do that moving forward. That's all I want.
You just
That's
you want
the
to
best
provoke.
part,
You want to provoke
you know?
thought.
Right. And those type of people like Jordan Peterson, I've listened to like snippets of a lot of his stuff. And it just is like, wow. Like I have thought the same thing, but I never could have enunciated it like you.
We're going 3. Going
Sure.
3 deep.
I mean,
So
you're opening the cardboard box. We
Right.
might as well.
Might as well. What the greatest nation of the world is, right? Donation. So I guess we'll have a third here instead of 2 at Old Chicago.
So with the fifth person who is not chiming in, but is chiming in on the YouTube chat,
Thank you for getting there.
Steve has chosen Willie Nelson.
To nobody's surprise.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, right? Taking that one off the table.
Willie, I'll be here on June 4th. Nelson.
Yeah. I mean, don't.
We all worked that night.
He said, I took it off.
Yeah, he took it off. I know. The joys of being your boss.
I mean, at this point, don't get me wrong. Salute to Willie Nelson, but at the same time, Wichita, Kansas, how low have you fallen?
I mean,
Willie with a beer. I'd rather do weed with Willie.
Oh, yeah, that's his
I'm sure that he'll be
of
doing
choice.
that too.
Yeah. Or, I mean, there are weed beers. That's a thing.
There are.
So, I mean, probably going to be hitting 2 birds. Super stoned.
I don't think he shut the door on that time.
No, so there's a closet
Yeah.
like
yeah, yeah,
light
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I never even turned the light on. I just left the door cracked. I was like, they're not gonna mess with
They're
me.
not gonna jet with me.
Worst they can do is over then. Oh god.
Well, and since he's not here, who cares?
Yeah, whatever.
Third beer, because this crew.
That's where we're at.
Yeah, that
Pitch
tastes like blue. That tastes like blue, all right.
Smells like blue.
Oh, no. It's blueberry beer.
It's blue. Abu dee, abu da. And we stopped at the same time. And I slobbered.
Nice.
So my number 3.
That's awkward.
Well,
That is an awkward flavored beverage.
It's a blue flavored beverage.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. If you say so.
Pitch blue.
So my number 3 is going to come to no surprise to anybody because I am such a fan of the band.
Dave Grohl.
Thanks for ruining that one. But Dave Grohl.
Spoiler alert.
Mainly because 1, dude loves to party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But 2, he tells the most amazing stories.
Yeah.
Dude loves to drink.
I get it.
So
Makes sense.
Dave Grohl.
My next.
I figured that'd be your number
It's
1.
going to be the funniest.
But
shit
in no
ever.
order.
You guys are not. There's no way that anybody would ever expect was my next. Because
My
of,
neck.
it's,
My
it's
nut.
going to be
I
fun.
didn't know.
My nut.
Fun.
My nut.
Brandon.
So I just for the sheer like my third one's gonna be a little complicated. I'm not sure if I can follow the things that he's going to explain to me in his storytelling. But Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Like growing up,
yeah.
I loved him. Current Jim Carrey, I don't know how he speaks, but
No.
I want to try and figure it out over a couple
Fragmented.
beers.
It's
Yeah.
fragmented.
I want to try and figure it out
Yeah.
over a couple beers.
Yeah. Well,
Down
and
for
he's
it.
going to be in a group. So he's going to be in a group of 5. So that's going to help.
But it's
you
all
know?
him. It's just
all
him,
gonna
but
be
there's
him.
actually 5 people.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, no, it just I want to see how that conversation would go because he was an interesting character all throughout, like interviews and everything in 90s, early 2000s,
Right.
and then he stopped making films.
Yep.
He grew a beard and he started looking like what's the talk show that got laid off?
Laid off.
Dave Letterman.
Yeah. He started looking more and more like David Letterman.
Oh, fair. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
And as he looked more like David Letterman, the more he looked like him, the less he made sense and common conversation.
Again, you're not wrong.
Not
which in that I just see that as an adventure. That'd be a fun night.
Sure.
So that's why I'm picking
Yeah.
him as my number 3.
wrong. Yeah.
Right on. Nick?
All right, for my number 3, I've got the actor, singer, whatever. Bush, the president, the last one we had during 9/11. I feel like he'd be a fun guy to just drink a beer with. Like
G-Dub?
maybe not his politics
Junior.
are great, but I feel like he'd be a fun guy to just drink a beer
I-
with. Bullshit.
You know,
with.
Well, now because he's mentally handicapped.
I don't know,
That would be
but
fun.
Is he?
He's if you
Now,
saw him
and if you
in the
can
last
imagine,
couple
like,
Well,
weeks,
hold on.
he's
Let me,
kind of
if
falling
you
off
have
the table.
Tyson, Aaron Lewis, and then you got
And
George
you got
Bush,
G-Dub.
you're gonna have a great night.
Yeah, because that dude's gonna roll in with like a truckload of bourbon.
Exactly.
let me throw this at
And
you.
then if you run out, he's got a truckload of money to buy some more.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Let-
we're
let me-
all
They all
good here.
Let me throw this at you. Did he go off the deep end, or did he just go full Texas?
Dude, who knows?
Right,
those
so,
are,
I
those
mean,
are
it's all
one
about
and the
perspective.
same. Like when
Eh.
you go Texas, when you go full Texas,
He went West
you
Texas.
probably went crazy.
He went West Texas.
You probably went crazy.
Again, I'm not saying fan or not. I'm just
No.
saying, like,
Probably
And-
went
the way he
but
acts,
again,
I
if-
feel like he'd be a great guy to just have
Yeah.
a beer with.
Yeah.
But again, if anybody
He's a
knows me,
normal dude.
I don't care about politics.
Yeah.
Right. That's my thing.
Same.
I
don't
care about my
politics.
beliefs, and that's it. And whatever yours are, they are. I
get
could
that.
not
Right.
care less. You be you. Vote the way you want. Get behind whatever you want, as long as it's not putting babies on spikes. I'm great.
Yeah, this is politics
But
aside. I
if
feel like
he's gonna-
he'd be a great dude to have a
Exactly.
beer with.
And I no lie, I considered him.
Thank you.
I considered
didn't.
putting him on there, but he's like 7.
I didn't.
I was close.
Sure.
It's not in the
And
top
but
25
7,
for me.
which is fair. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Like, and it's not because it's interestingly enough, at that time, it would have been
Easy
part
for
of
you to
his
say.
politics. Like, because I lived most of my life as a really like super liberal person.
Sure.
Like, so I didn't like him. I didn't appreciate any of that.
I
Like, a
wasn't
lot
as
of
into
my friends got
politics.
caught up in his nonsense.
Sure.
But at the same time, I also know he's the owner of a Major League Baseball team.
Rangers.
And
There you go.
when you start getting into that world, you're probably my people.
Right.
Like, you're probably pretty
Right,
close
right,
to
right.
my people. Because we drank beer and we sit around and tell stories. And
Right.
we talk all the time. You know,
And he
it's
was
fun.
a drinker,
And that would be
he
fun.
did a lot
Yeah.
of drugs. So
He walked out. He walked out as a president and threw out a first pitch that looked like a strike to me. Right?
Pretty
It
decent
wasn't.
velocity on it.
It was
too.
good. It was good velo,
But as
and it had good direction. And that gave him a little bit of street cred in my
Sure.
mind.
But this isn't
And,
about like a
you know,
politics thing. This
No.
is about
No,
the
it's
man
about
himself.
the him.
Like,
yeah, the him.
let's like listen to him
Yeah.
talk and some of his.
He's probably
Yeah,
got
he'd
some
be a fun guy to
amazing
drink with.
stories. Amazing stories. Okay, so it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay, so mine is complete. Like, people that don't know me and or Auburn sports, they really won't know what this
Nice.
is. No,
Yeah.
it's Kevin Steele.
Kevin Steele. Who's Kevin?
Kevin
Steele? I know the
Steele.
name.
Thank you.
I can't picture who
Yeah.
he is though.
Kevin Steele was the defensive coordinator all around the SEC for a good bit of time. And if I'm going to sit around drinking beer with people that I want to talk to, and like I'm always going to get to sports, I could legit listen to this dude read a damn playbook for 4.5 hours. Best Southern accent, and he tells the stories the best ways. Like, it is so funny to me to listen to him. That's my dude.
Fair enough.
I thought that
I'm
was
down.
me.
No,
I was like,
no, it doesn't really come across. A little bit, but not like we hear it.
oh, I moved my phone and then it
Get to
happened. I
the
was like, what do I do?
chopper. Get to the chopper. No. No. Man.
So it flew off.
What are you doing over
Sorry,
there?
the sound effects with Justin.
So as per
Heyo.
usual, after our fourth member, Steve, chimes in, he is going to go with Henry Rollins.
Nice.
So good.
Nice.
Yes.
Good
Yeah.
pull. It's a good pull.
Yeah.
If you've never heard Think
Solid
Tank by
pull.
Henry Rollins, do it.
You should. Yeah.
That's where I get the line "a constant barrage of dum-dums." It's from that when he's talking about the airport and like when people stand in lines, their IQs plummet.
Yep.
Oh, that is
Yes.
one of the funniest spoken word albums I've ever heard.
I tried to tell you guys that.
Fair enough.
There
As
was-
they stand in line, they get stupider.
Right, their
They just
IQs.
Freaking stand there. It's like,
Plummet.
hey guys, there's a line right over here. No line. No, I'm good.
No, we'll go stand in a line.
Yeah, the best part is when he says,
Why are you trying to send me over to that?
Says the
no
guy
line?
gets
What,
in
are you trying
line-
to screw me?
yeah,
Yeah. I'm trying to get you to the damn register.
the
So
guy
fun.
says, Henry Rollins says, a guy stands in line. He's a rocket scientist. He's a rocket scientist. He's a rocket scientist. He's playing with his poo-poo in front of 7-Eleven. When you get in line, your IQs plummet.
The Amber Turd.
I mean, it is nice pull.
And he
It
says,
is funny. I did work at Costco for 4.5 years,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
only person who leaves the line is the person at the back of the line who just arrived.
Yep.
The people who are like 2-3
So
deep, they're
right.
like, I've committed. I'm
We're
here.
in. We're in.
I am playing with my turds.
Nope.
I'm
Yes.
here.
Please.
right here. I'm standing
playing
right
with his
here.
poo-poo in front of 7-Eleven. Yeah.
Here.
I don't care if that line's open.
But he's
I'm standing.
the
right
worst
here.
part is when they get up to the counter and then they lean. You're like, you know what? F it. I'll help.
Been there.
It's
Done that.
So good.
Terrible.
My favorite though, even outside of a constant barrage of dumb, is like the moving sidewalk is meant to speed things up.
Yeah.
And so you're supposed to continue the same pace.
Yeah.
Right.
But people get on there and they stop moving.
They stop.
And they stop moving. They stand there.
Those
He
people
goes,
irritate me.
Me, on the other hand, I have places to go. All of a sudden, they feel it bouncing up and down because I accelerate my gait. And the last thing they hear before their feet go flying is, man, get the fuck out of my way. So good.
Yeah, that was me in Chicago.
Yeah,
Come on,
run
move!
people over. Because I generally just have a backpack on, so I'm
Right.
all
My
When you
my
run
favorite
across those
thing.
things, God, you move so fast.
No, absolutely.
It's amazing.
It's like
Yeah.
5 steps, and you're like,
That's on my
and you
way
hop
from
to
like,
the next one.
Yeah, no, we're not.
And you hop to the next one, and you just do.
Yeah, so,
It's cartoonish.
It's great.
It's cartoonish.
It's great.
anybody that plans on traveling with me in the next 6 months,
we're gonna be running.
We're running.
you better keep up. That's all I'm saying. I'll be nice.
We got 2-hour wait time. We're running.
Better keep up.
God, I was going from like Wichita to New York, and like my flight got delayed. So
Oh,
when I got
God.
to when I got
So
to
you took the moving sidewalk instead.
Yep.
I did, but when we got to Chicago, there was like a
Dum,
10-minute. Like I had to be from my
From
plane.
your plane to the next.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
Because that's
At
Chicago.
O'Hare?
O'Hare.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chicago.
No.
Oof.
Oh, wait.
Imagine my fat butt just running across that thing. Like, so I get on the plane. This during COVID season.
The wheels on that suitcase were
Dude.
smoking.
Smoking.
Oh, I had a backpack.
They have no wheels. There are no wheels anymore.
Have you ever seen a rolling suitcase smoke the tires?
Yep.
It was happening.
No, I had a layover. I think it was either, I can't remember which it was. I think it was Chicago or Ohio. One of the two. We did the same thing. It was actually KC to New York, but same thing. It's like you got there, you landed. As soon as you made it out of the terminal tunnel, left, right, got it.
Go. That's exactly what I did.
yeah.
You just hear like the sonic noises and like. We just took off. It was great.
Yes. That's another reason we're family. Oh my god. Not just because of the bloodline. The Sonic the Hedgehog analogy of us in an airport. Winner! Bing, bing, bing. My turn?
Yeah.
I have 2 left.
It was your fourth.
Yeah, 4th. I
said, shoosh.
Yeah,
Yeah, you did.
That's what I thought he
Yeah, you
said.
did. You
That's, no, he said what
should.
he
I
said what
only
we
had
all heard.
one left.
That looks like what you said.
He said
Yep.
what we all heard.
That looks real
It
close.
looks like it's staying right there on the table. My next one, believe it or not, I'm gonna go. I'm going to go.
All right, Steve Carell.
I'm going to thank you. I'm going to go a little redneck on this, and merely because I think the mix of the people that I have so far with this person would be amazing. Not to mention the stories from his childhood and being an adult would be fan-flippin-tastic. But I'm going with Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Wow.
I like that.
If you've
Thanks.
ever heard his interview on Dan Patrick, on Rich Eisen, on any of the shows, when he can be himself, he is entertaining. He's intelligent beyond belief. But just all the stories that he has, then you mix in like a Southern twang onto it. It's so good.
I mean, also
So good.
Dead Dad's Club.
Right,
Yeah,
right. And he's all in on the Dead Dad's Club. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never put that to a thing, but it is a thing.
It
Yeah,
Yes.
his was quite popular
Right.
when it happened.
Right.
Yeah,
I find it too.
It
yeah.
did. It did.
Yeah.
But
So
I
did
mean-
Michael Waltrip. But I mean, it's a whole thing.
I mean,
It was a whole
whatever,
thing. that
Whatever.
night. But I get it. I am a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan.
Sure.
I was a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan from when I first saw
Good
him
for you.
the NASCAR Busch Series,
Sure.
right? And I always
Hey,
thought,
if you didn't bring enough for
right,
the rest
if
of
you
the
didn't-
class,
right? Shit,
Oh,
secrets don't make friends, Nick.
guys already saw it.
Well, if you didn't bring enough for the rest of the
Right? If I like,
Hello, ping and pong.
What up?
Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom.
I gotta go. Hey, let me know when you're done. I'm right.
All right.
Thanks, Nick.
All right,
Jesus. So I'm a racing person though.
Yeah.
So that's why it makes sense to me. I want to hear his stories about like Terry Labonte or Gail Yarborough. I want to hear a story about Dale Sr. walking through the garage,
Right.
talking trash with some of those guys. I want to hear those stories because that's what I grew up as. Like I at some point I was probably supposed to be a race car driver, but
I mean, you probably
I
do
had
better
an
as
attention span of
as
a
a
freaking
jockey.
gnat. So
Small size.
I couldn't. Right? Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. But if you put me in a stock car, you don't have to put so much weight.
Yeah,
Like,
true. Yeah,
you're good.
You should be
Like,
going
you're
faster than
good.
everyone.
Right? I should be. Should be good. But I like that's what I loved. That's what I wanted to do when I was a kid. Again, it gets back to the attention span thing, and my dad just wasn't with me on that. So
No, I
but
would nap and then
loved-
wake up for the last three.
Right. And but I remember watching Richard Petty like spin down the back stretch or front stretch of
That was quick.
Talladega, and Dale Earnhardt was part of that. So it was
Good for you,
dude,
bud.
I could do that. I'm down with Junior.
Welcome back, Justin.
See, and I mean, I get it. My whole thing growing up was, ooh, another left turn.
Yep.
So I would actually like to seek some intelligence from that group
So-
just to throw my perspective off.
I will say this: I wasn't a big
Yeah, no, it constantly falls here.
right there. Ah, there it is. Oh, it's still.
Yeah, no, pull it back up again.
And it still fell flat.
Hold it. Hold it.
Hey, it's sort of staying there.
It's kind of fun. So, I was not a big NASCAR fan because the same thing Brandon said. Left turn. Oh, look, another left turn. Oh, there's your 3,000th left turn of this race.
Yeah, I didn't care.
But when you start listening to the guys that you know their names, so
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Gordon, Earnhardt,
yeah,
blah 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 blah, and they skill behind and the moves that they make, the reasons they make them. It's like, oh, okay, so this is way more competitive, way deeper than I could ever wrap my mind around because I've never done this.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're talking about not just bumper to bumper traffic, but you're really closer than what Brandon and I are sitting right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
Doing 200 miles an hour
yeah.
Way closer.
and getting ready to change lanes and slingshot yourself around somebody simply because of the airflow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I cannot wrap my mind around this.
Miles an hour.
At 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, no.
Most of us have never driven over 100.
Yep.
Most,
No, never.
most of us have never driven over 150.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, no, I haven't hit over 150.
You
right?
put that at,
99% of society.
I think I've done
has never
100.
hit 100.
right, but you put that in a sedan doing 190, 200, 210.
Yeah.
It's a
insane.
sedan. It's a
It's
sedan
really-
roll cage. It's not a sedan.
No.
And
But-
those guys, like I've heard some of the stupidest
Yeah.
stories. Because my full disclosure, my dad builds race cars, so
Sure.
they're like, this
Sure.
was my life as a kid. Those guys can do things that like regular people can't, and technically, even on that. Remember Stan Lee's Superhumans,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
They're a great show.
Yeah.
But they would show like somebody that had like this nonsensical talent that meant really nothing to them as a wage earner. is
Sure,
the best
sure.
way to
Right.
say it. But they could do these weird things. Like a Richard Petty could read the writing on a 45 while it's spinning.
Yeah.
Right. So while it's spinning, he doesn't know what's on there. He could read it to you.
That's
That's the
insane.
way their eyes work.
So-
like these guys, like
Let's
Like,
hold on. Let's
yeah.
put this into like Major League Baseball.
yep,
When Manny Ramirez and Big Papi David Ortiz were with the Red Sox,
right.
in between innings.
it's so predictable. You use those.
Oh, hold on, hear me out.
So predictable.
Hear me out. They would go down into because of the way that the stadium was built.
Yeah.
where the dugout is compared to where their batting cages were was literally not even 20 yards.
Mm-hmm.
They would go down there in between when they're waiting next at bat, and they had basically a tennis ball machine. They had numbers written on all the balls. They had it written on two sides. That's it. And they would stand in the batter's box, and they would shoot these balls out doing 95 to 100 miles an hour, and they would have to read the number as it came across.
Yeah.
So you're talking about, like you said, superhuman, like Richard Petty being able to read the writing on a 45 as it spins.
That's stupid.
But so look, imagine a tennis ball coming at you at 100 miles an hour from
You got to pick it up.
from 60 feet, and you have to read the number accurately. That's what these guys do. That's just like, I'm just mind blowing.
Yeah.
At just how trained they are.
The eye tracing is impeccable.
Yeah.
There's absolutely superhuman.
So that's why I picked the Red Sox.
Yeah, we get to watch them. Like what's his Otani?
What?
Yeah,
right.
Shohei.
If you watch Otani from the Angels, like this guy will go out and throw you a two-seam fastball that you can't pick up out of his hand, but then he'll stand in the box and pick up the same pitch with his eye. Are you serious?
Which is why you would think that pitchers would be the best hitters in the game.
They should be,
but they're
because
not.
You know what the spin is, and you know what
You
should be coming
understand
at
the
you.
hand coming at you, the release, the finger placement, everything.
But as soon as it leaves the hand, you're like,
right. But that's what shows that Shohei Ohtani is such a superior athlete when it comes to baseball.
Yeah.
Because of his ability to just pick things up.
Dale
So-
Jr. never won a title as
No.
a NASCAR driver. He won, I think, 3 Busch Grand National titles. To get to NASCAR, right?
Yeah.
He never won a NASCAR title. This guy
basically
can do
wa-
stuff.
He basically won a AAA title.
Yeah. Stuff with his eyes. He can drive things with his hands that you can't. Like if you were like everybody says, oh, I could do that. I do it in traffic every day. I'm
Good breaks
weaving,
too.
I'm weaving through all the traffic, right? I can
60.
do this, right? At 60.
Take that times 4.
They cannot do that when they're doing it at his pace. And
Exactly Brandon's face.
He wasn't even one of the, like, if you look top 50, he's not
Statistically, he's not the best
there.
driver.
He's not there.
No.
He's not. His name might get him like 58th.
Yeah, his name gets him clout.
His name,
But these guys in a 4-hour race
God,
lose 25 pounds because they sweat.
sweat it out.
On top of that, imagine taking a corner at 200 miles an hour and holding the steering wheel still.
Yeah.
As somebody changes legs around you.
Right.
The muscle memory and the absolute ability to just hold tight.
Cue R2D2 sound.
Right.
I've got video on my phone right now of an Indy car
I've seen it.
going 240 miles
It's
an hour
insane.
into a corner. And the fun part is the video is like, well, it's not that fast. And then you see it on the board, it's like,
That's
240.
$240.
It's only 239 too. Yeah, I mean it's not 240 though.
Slacker.
Jesus. I mean,
Okay,
like,
we
do something.
got to go quick. We're at 5:58.
Yeah.
So, Brandon, who's your next?
So my next one is Zendaya. I'm sure you probably know her name.
Zendaya.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But she, don't get me wrong, of course she's attractive. Kudos to her. But also the way
Well
that
done,
she
parents. Well done.
the way that she
parents.
portrays roles, rewatching I think it was Spider-Man Homecoming.
Sure.
There's a few spots where it's like, yeah, I don't celebrate monuments built by slaves. Like that moment, I'm like, these would be some cool conversations, honestly. And then I watched the show Euphoria,
Yeah.
where she's an addict in that, and she does amazingly well.
Sure.
I imagine there's some stories within that just between her belief system and her like I have stories. It'd be a good night.
Sure.
It'd be one of those like I'd have to go to Florida 4 a.m. nights. It'd be a good time.
Sure. Nick?
I'm going to do a Stone Cold Steve Austin.
There! I almost went with him over Diamond Dallas Page.
I knew it was going to happen
Good
at one
pick.
point or another with this crowd.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
But Stone Cold has some of the best storytelling.
Right.
And if
he
you-
drinks beer, it'd be a great
If
night.
you've never watched the Broken Skull sessions, So good.
Yeah.
So good.
And you put those four together, and I've already got whoever I got so far.
I've got 4 people.
So you got Aaron Lewis,
Yep.
George Bush, who else I picked first, and
Yep.
Stone Cold,
Yep.
Mike Tyson. That would be a great match.
Good God. It's a lot of violence.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Randy,
Ozzy.
if you could understand, what are we talking like off the drugs or on the drugs?
Oh,
Yes.
Because
All of
off
it.
the drugs, you
I
can
wanna-
understand him. It's
I'm
great
gonna
stories.
pick him up from the airport off the drugs.
Sure.
And then by the
You're gonna
time we
feed him-
get there, we're gonna be high. So
Sure.
like we're gonna be on the same level. So I'm gonna always be able to understand him.
Fair.
And all I want him to do is tell me stories about Randy Rhodes and Zach Wild.
Yes. Oh,
I want
yes.
to know.
Oh, Zach
Like,
Wild.
I
that
wanna-
would have been a good pick.
I want to know.
Zach Wild
well,
would have been a good pick.
Just wait for 5. Because he's next. Like, just a spoiler alert.
Damn.
Those two. I want those two. Because like, I'm a musician
Sure.
at heart. I sell hot
At
dogs
heart.
for a living, to make money. But at the end of the day, I wanted to do what they do, and
Yeah.
those 2 guys do it the way that I wanted to do it.
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
Ozzy is the most crazy idea to me because that he has banged more girls in his life, and
While being married.
he was yeah, right. That's what I'm about to get to because he literally has done most of that while married to Sharon.
And she's like, oh,
and she's like,
Ozzy.
whatever, And if we could all be so lucky.
Sure.
But at the same time, that guy literally has talked to every single musician that you've ever thought of.
Probably. Yeah.
Sure.
He's talked to them,
Sure.
and like everybody says, oh, wait, like I'm influenced by X, Y, or Z.
He is X, Y,
Everybody
and Z.
talks to Ozzy.
Right.
Yeah.
He is
When
X, Y,
that dude
and
walks in the room, you talk to him exactly.
Sure.
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
He's all of those because the thing that upsets me the most about his life as a metalhead is that MTV came in and now we got to see what like metalheads always knew was Ozzy because we heard interviews from him
Right.
prior to
We watched
the
Headbangers Ball.
Osbournes. Like we knew where he was at. Like he was a giant pothead and every other head you could think to be. And so we knew he was like deranged. I would love to spend a couple hours. Let's drink some beers.
Sure.
I mean, he says he doesn't, but let's smoke a little weed and let's have some fun.
Sure.
That guy's amazing. For sure.
So Steve's number 4 is shocks nobody. Snoop.
Okay.
That dude has been around some dudes.
Right. But
Yeah.
When he said Willie Nelson, I knew Snoop was going to make an
Right,
appearance.
right. We all knew that.
that's more of like people I'd rather get high with than drunk with.
Well, I mean,
Hey, just so
But the
we're clear-
conversation,
clear,
Maybe.
beer got us all to weed. So
Not
we all
me.
drink beer. Because you're a late bloomer.
at
You'll be
44.
there. Well, you'll be there. It's fine. It's fine. We'll
Just
get you
saying,
there.
I'm not there yet.
We'll get you there. What the
So my number 5 is going.
Nick?
My number 5 will shock everybody, but when you think about the career this dude has had, makes sense.
Katie Lofton.
No. It's not David Justice either. I'm with you.
Why not? That guy's amazing.
I know it's not Ricky Henderson because Ricky
Is it Chipper
Henderson loves
Jones?
it.
Is it Chipper Jones?
Nope, there's
It's
no.
Chipper
They
Jones.
can take
It
out.
is Chipper Jones.
It is an actor.
it's Justin Thomas
It's
from
Chipper
the
Jones.
PGA.
No,
Oh,
even though
I
he did
love
with
him.
Oh, an
too.
actor.
you know, if you guys will talk to him, I'm right here.
Dude,
I, for the record, I'm way better looking, but
Justin
way worse-
Timberlake.
Then Justin
way worse at
Thomas?
golf.
Than Justin Thomas. Have you seen his wife though? Even if it's
what
just
is
a trophy wife.
what does that have to
whatever.
do with anything?
He's pretty. He's a good looking man.
Whatever.
Anyways.
My number
Giant
5
checkbook.
is the actor Sean Astin.
Oh, that's a good pull.
Come on, Sam.
Okay.
What are we talking
Okay.
about here?
It's Rudy.
That's
it's,
good.
It's
Sam Wise.
Mikey from the Goonies.
Yeah.
Man.
It's Sam Wise.
It's all
Yes.
yeah.
Come on.
That guy's in everything.
With that group,
Yeah.
dude.
That's a good group.
Dude.
I'm all over.
That'd be
the
a
place.
fun effing time, right?
Like my time is awkward for 45 minutes of the hour because nobody knows one another and they are trying to figure out what's going on.
You think
Sure.
mine know each other?
Fair. Hurry up.
So mine is actually a split decision. One, I'm trying to see how much I can flirt with her, and the other one's just fun conversation. So my first one is going to be Rachel McAdams, just because like hall pass for either Aaliyah or myself. Like, good God. Oh, Rachel McAdams. And
Aaliyah.
fun person as well.
Yeah.
Gotta give it to her.
By the way, I think Delane's on that train.
She
So-
is. She
and
is
then
also fun looking.
yeah, she
Yeah.
is.
She is
I am a
fun
butt
looking.
man, and she has
She
a
has one of them.
and then for conversation
Multiverse
wise,
of Madness was a fun movie. Moving on.
for conversation wise, Craig Ferguson.
Sure.
I've always loved hearing him as a talk show host.
Yeah. Good
Honestly, I watched him
And
more.
he's Irish.
I watched him more than I did Jay Leno. Like it
Sure.
just I would
Sure.
wait until
Your
that
age
time
range,
would
like,
hit,
yeah.
and I would be like, "Yep, Craig, I'm gonna watch him." It's freaking hilarious. I just think it would have good conversation. Nick, to you?
To me, I'm gonna have to go with my last pick for my group of people would be Dave Chappelle.
Nice.
Solid.
Nice.
Just full
Very
violence
good.
with your group.
Yeah.
That's all that
It's
is.
so much fun though.
You're gonna have some fun. You're gonna have a
But
good night.
the best part of that is that dude's real.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Dave is who he is. He's real.
love it.
So you know my group would be so much fun for the
Love it.
night.
Sure. I don't think there's a bad group in any of us.
No, there's
Yeah.
not. It'd be so much fun. People.
Sure.
Randy.
Mine is I want
Zach Wilde.
I want no.
Zach,
It was gonna be.
It was
so
gonna be mine, but I
It was
wanted
so
to be
gonna
nice to you.
It was so gonna be. Mine is Janis Joplin.
She's
she's not alive.
I don't care. She's
That's
alive
the
in my heart.
rules.
She's
So
alive in my
Zach
heart.
Wilde
It's
for
Zach
Randy.
Wilde.
Zach Wilde is.
It's Zach Wilde. They look so similar.
If by Janis Joplin you meant
You meant
Zach
Zach
Wilde, then
Wilde.
we guessed
So,
it.
like Ozzy and Zach have this crazy relationship.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Zach actually
Sure,
had
sure.
a relationship with Randy Rhoads, which I'd love to hear about what he picked up as far as like music theory and how did each of them, like, how does Ozzy go from the best guitarist on the planet to
the best guitarist on the planet. Right. How do you
do that?
is his
Like,
ear just that good?
right? Because
Or what?
like,
Or what's his criteria?
well, there's a bunch of other dudes too that a lot of people that don't know Ozzy don't know. Like Jakey Lee is one of the
Sure,
best. He's
sure.
one of the
Right.
top 20 guitarists. He could
Ever.
be one of the top 20 guitarists ever
Sure.
because of what he's done. Like you see these guys, but then you see like the actual transition of what happened was Randy Rhoads dies.
Right.
There's a pause.
Tragically.
And now he picks up this 18-year-old kid named Zach. And this kid goes from being this like scrawny, crazy talented musician into like this guy that's like metal's not the same without him.
Sure.
Right.
But
At this
think-
point,
think
once
about
Metallica died with Master of Puppets, like there was not gonna be what they did.
Think about if Cliff would still be
Right.
with us.
That's exactly right.
Think about if Randy Rhoads would still be with us.
Right.
Would we know about?
We would have never seen them because they would have been
Pick-
overshadowed
pick
by
the
what
names.
that was.
Pick
you
the
know?
names that follow. Would we know about them?
No,
There it is.
no, because
What Jason Newsted, Robert Trujillo.
no, we like
Sure.
as far as
We'd
like
know about Robert.
as far as like bassists go, we would know Robert because he was already suicidal. at that
Sure.
We
time.
would not know.
But-
about
But,
Jason.
but he
we wouldn't
wasn't-
know
he-
Newstead because he was nobody and got
Sure.
what he got. You wouldn't know Mike Inez from Oz that plays with Ozzy
Nope.
and then played with Alice in Chains and then played with Black Label Society.
Right.
It's like metal, like it's the same thing. Everybody says like, "Oh my God, it's a small world." do you realize how small of a world it really is? Like me and Justin have talked about this in our life. It's such a small world.
Right.
Just in our industry alone.
Just in our
So
industry.
this is going to surprise nobody for Steve's 5th. And we're just going to name it. And we're all going to go like, oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Tommy Chong.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
again, I feel like Steve's picture all like people like
I feel
he
like
likes
he's
wants
being
to get high
racist.
with.
I think there's going to be very little alcohol served at their party.
Exactly.
So, ready, set. This week's Good, the Bad, the Ugly, brought to you by Mark Shook's Allstate Agency. Get a hold of us. We'll give you the information because he has not given us the money to make that broadcasted live. Nick, what's the good?
I think the good was our top 5.
Sure.
We had some great people to drink with.
Sure, absolutely.
Yep.
Brandon, what's the bad?
The bad was the movies. I wish you would have given me the ugly, but the bad was the movies.
The ones received or the ones given?
The ones previous that I have reviewed on this
received.
show.
That's received.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And Randy? What's the ugly? Yeah, what's the ugly?
Y'all had to look at me all night.
That's very true.
The ugly is Randy.
Right across
So
from
sorry.
me all night.
All night.
The
Sorry.
ugly is that dude to my left.
Right in front of me.
Thank you for those that made it back in the live stream of the YouTube chat room.
Absolutely.
We would love to make that a bigger thing in the show. So when you listen on the playback, try to sanction off 2 hours, or you know what, just an hour, 30 minutes, whatever, on a Sunday. Join the show, be involved, share with all your friends, like, subscribe, help us make some money to make this show better. So there's that. Randy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I know your time in town is limited.
Little.
And I know that your time while you're here is even more limited.
A little.
But thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great seeing
You guys are
Thank you to
amazing.
the wife for letting them be here, and the
Yep.
kids for letting them be here. Nick, thank you for all you do for us.
No problem.
Whether you are here or not, we are here. So I have used your house key, I think, probably more than you have for the last couple of weeks. So next week, we may or may not have a show. It depends on how things go. But otherwise, we will have 2 back-to-back shows because my day job has 2 back-to-back weeks off after that.
Nice.
So,
nice.
yeah, time off, Nick. Time off.
Time off.
So,
All-star break.
right. Heyo. Yeah, I do believe that the next show we should have the 5 original members.
Whoa.
Wow,
Right?
that's crazy.
Whoa.
Weird. We'll see how that effort goes.
Wow.
Depends on how Nick's,
Probably better than tonight.
Nick's where does insurance comes in. But at that point, gentlemen, very quickly, thank you.
Thank you.
All
guys.
3 of you.
Yes.
Brandon,
Yeah.
I know that your life is just as muddled as everybody else's.
Yeah.
So thank you. But everybody, quickly
Bye.
say goodbye.
We'll see you guys.
Adios.
So as they say in Canada, peace out.
Post-game show is brought to you by Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.
Right.
Now go away or I
I
shall
shall touch